don't have balls.
I have huge testicles.
Where's your proof?
They're right in my pants, and I don't whip
Show me
my.
your
I'm not
proof.
gonna. You want to see my genitals? So, sir, you just came here and asked me to see my genitals.
Show me the proof, dumbass.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am Charlie Kirt, the world's greatest college campus debater in the history of the world. And I'm here at UTSA, a school that's predominantly pretty easy to get into, so all these kids are probably pretty stupid. So when they debate me, they're gonna lose.
If you debate me, you die!
And yes, I debate young children because they're easier to debate. Doesn't matter. I wipe the floor with them, and we're gonna get clicks on the internet. I am about to break the world record for most college campus debate wins in the history of all history, recorded human history and unrecorded history, and I am the greatest debater. Welcome to the Charlie Kirt debate experience.
Do you want to debate Charlie Kirk? You can't talk? Ma'am, can you talk for him? Do you want to debate Charlie Kirk? Do you want to debate Charlie Kirk? Do y'all want to debate Charlie Kirk? You can change his mind. She had an accent. That was kind of cool. Sir, do you want to debate Charlie Kirk?
I'm okay.
You sure?
I don't think I could change it. I think I agree with most of what he says.
Here's the thing. He's kind of washed up. You would be shocked how easy it will be to change his mind today. Do you want to debate Charlie Kirk?
I'm good.
Charlie Kirt is right there. You know how famous he is?
It's okay, it's okay, it's okay.
Also, it's 86 degrees. Why are you wearing a beanie? I'm sweating.
Come here and debate me, bro!
I'm good!
Don't be scared, dude.
I'm not scared.
Say something.
I didn't watch the video with you in it. I only watched the Ben Shapiro one. I'm sorry.
So you didn't watch my content. You're saying Ben Shapiro is better than me. I'll debate you on that. I'm better than Ben Shapiro. And I've done more for the culture war than Ben Shapiro could do in one day.
I agree with you.
Okay, she agrees with me. Thank God. She's not a libtard like some of these people walking by.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Debate Charlie Kirk. Debate Charlie Kirk. Just say, hey, I think Taylor Swift is better than Sabrina Carpenter.
I think it's okay, but thank you.
Okay, here's the thing. I'll get fired if you don't debate him, and he'll beat me with a belt. Like the last time I didn't get someone, look, see that scar? Right there?
I see.
He burned me with his cigarette.
Wow. Yeah, I think I'll just watch, but thank you.
Do you want to debate Charlie Kirk?
I think he kicked my ass.
Trust me, he's gone soft. You could totally take him down today.
All in all, how are you going to go about doing the Chinese, the Arabs, the Africans? How are you going to
Well, you put them in
how are you
handcuffs.
going to take them all away?
You find them, you put them in handcuffs, and you lock them in the back of a bus. And
so
you
how are you checking IDs? They don't even, in California, they don't even check IDs.
We don't need an ID. We're just going to guess. And if we're wrong, that's their...
guess?
Yeah, we're going to take... Listen, it's not a perfect system, but they didn't come here perfectly, so they don't get to leave perfectly. If they would have came here legally, then they get to leave legally. But if they're going to come here in the back of a Ford pickup, then they're going to leave in the back of a Ford pickup. That's what we do with immigration. You come here, and you leave the way you came here.
Gotcha. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Luis. Thank you. God bless you. 1-0, baby. 1-0. Say your name, young man.
Brian.
What's up, Brian?
Ronaldo's better than Messi.
No, I think Messi has more Instagram followers than Ronaldo.
I feel like Ronaldo is a better hard worker than Messi, in my opinion.
Why do you say that?
Messi has more talent than hard work. If you want an example, in the Champions League in the finals, he was just sitting down, not warming up with this team. But he did make a really good performance. He won that game. But it just shows how lazy Messi can be.
Well, I'd say you're wrong. If he was resting before the game and he won, I think that him resting before the game was the right decision. Wouldn't you say?
I feel like warming up with the team would be a better decision. Because
But did they win the game?
They did.
At the end of the day, when you compete, what is the number one objective when you compete against somebody?
But he didn't score any goals.
It doesn't matter. What's it about? What's it about? Team play or individual play?
Team player.
And so whose team won?
His team.
So? Argument done. You're done. You lost the argument. Get out of here. Get out of here. Get out of here. Great job. 2-0. All right, come on. Let's debate. Who wants to debate?
You can yell at him through the mask.
Let's debate.
He don't want the smoke.
Oh, I want the smoke. I want all the smoke. All right, what do you want? What do y'all want to debate? Anything.
How do you feel about abortion?
Abortion is disgusting. They say it's a woman's reproductive right to get an abortion. I think that it should be outlawed. I don't like the death of little children. A lot of people say that it's a fetus and that's not a human. That's the farthest thing from the truth. We were all fetuses, and with a little bit of time, we all became the beautiful lady that you are standing right in front of me. So I think abortion is terrible.
So what if a woman is, for instance, like raped and she can't get an abortion? Then what?
Well, you know, that is a very sad situation, but I don't know in any states if you do get raped where you can't get an abortion. In Texas, you can get an abortion if you get raped.
There was an instance where I think she was 18 years old, her baby died, but they weren't able to take it out due to the abortion law.
Well, that happens sometimes. You know, for every baby we save, you know, we're going to lose some. That's just life.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so how do you feel about the ones that, not the ones that's raped, but the ones that can't have kids? So, like, and they did have, like, they forced to keep the baby, even though, like, their reproductive system is not allowing them to, like it's taking them out.
Let me tell y'all something real quick, and y'all are young African American ladies. If you notice, the predominant place that Planned Parenthood is put is in urban areas. And why do they do that? Because a woman that created Planned Parenthood was a woman named Margaret Sanger, and she didn't like African Americans, and so she wanted African Americans to actually kill their children. You got to look into it. And now Planned Parenthood has been taken over, but it originally started to take advantage of young African Americans, and that's what a lot of people don't realize when it comes to the history of abortion. And now I understand people don't have the financial needs to raise a baby, but that shouldn't be an excuse, because you did have sex, you did not use protection, you made about 4 or 5 decisions to get here, and now you got a baby, you got to deal with it. But I think y'all should look into how they put these in predominantly urban areas, because they don't care about young black children.
So
a lot of these abortionists.
What if, for instance, like, they were using protection, but the condom breaks, and then it's like, now you have to deal with the kid?
Yeah, well, I mean, it was your choice to buy an off-brand condom. Go buy a real Trojan condom. Don't use the free condom that you got at the nightclub, you know, in the VIP lounge, or in the one you put a quarter in the bathroom. Go use a Trojan condom. And really, honestly, don't be busting nuts like that. Don't be busting nuts like that. I mean that. I mean, if you don't bust nuts like that, you don't have babies. I mean, it's not that complicated. I know y'all are young, but I mean, y'all know how a baby's made.
Okay, so do you feel like they should put, like at schools and colleges and, you know, high schools, should they put condoms in schools so we don't have to worry about as many kids in abortions?
I mean, no, kids are already over-sexualized. You young kids have been over-sexualized with the internet so much so. I think y'all know what a condom is. I think young people know where to get condoms.
But
I mean, having access to free condoms I think is good, but in the schools, I don't know if that's necessary.
So I feel like whenever we're in college, like, the sex drive does go up and there are, like, more sexual intercourse. I feel like we should have, like, a vending machine or, like, a free area where we have, like, good condoms instead of the offerings like you were talking about. Do you agree with that?
I think that's okay to have access to condoms. Yeah, I don't think that that's a crazy thing whatsoever. And this, going back to the abortion thing, I'm just saying, obviously I understand people's reason why you'd want to have an abortion, but you made a decision to do the damn thing, and you probably know young people that have had babies, and I'll tell you this much, usually when people have a baby, they're not sad that they had the baby. I'll tell you that much. I know life might be hard, I know financially you're gonna have a lot of headaches, but I've never met somebody that had a baby that regretted actually having that baby. So
I'm gonna agree with you on a little bit, because
she agreed with me. We're 3-0.
I do have a feeling like we do some things that we shouldn't, and then we think about it and we like, oh, we should have an abortion, or we don't have the money. But we did later and decided to do what you did, and now you got this baby. But for the ones that have been raped or they're not allowed to have kids,
you are allowed to have an abortion.
I do feel like they should be able to have an abortion.
I agree.
And it is in the Bible that abortion shouldn't be a thing. So
yeah, and I like the Bible.
I might gotta give it to you on this one. I'm not gonna.
Thank you, young ladies. Y'all are awesome. Debate me. I'm 3-0. Anybody want some of this smoke? Bring it on. What's your name, young man?
My name's Diego.
Diego.
Nice to meet you, man.
Nice to meet you, Diego.
So what do you think about Dak Prescott? That's what I want to hear. I want to hear your opinion.
You know, I like Dak Prescott. When Dak Prescott originally hurt his leg about 3 years ago, he stopped running, and that's changed his whole entire game. You know, he's a great field general. He's a great commander in the huddle. But when it comes to his game, it's not as good as it once was when he was a rookie, because he doesn't run for those 3rd and shorts anymore. So we're always trying to pass it. So he's just not the quarterback that he once was. I still like Dak. I don't know if we should pay him, 1/3 of our entire salary cap for the Dallas Cowboys. I'm frustrated about that. But overall, I think Dak's a good player, but his game has regressed.
What's your prediction on how much longer Jerry Jones lives?
Jerry Jones is probably drinking adrenochrome in the blood of children and will probably live a lot longer than you and I combined. So, yeah, I wouldn't bet on him dying.
You think he
anytime
like
soon.
sucks life out of other people?
Yes, he probably does suck the life out of people. A lot of these billionaires, they have blood boys where they'll do a blood transfusion with a younger person and recycle their blood. And, that's very common.
All right, what's the best Pokemon?
I mean, of them all, Charizard, I guess.
Why?
No reason. He's just
You got nothing?
no reason other than he's the first one that comes to mind. And if we're still talking about Pokemon in this day and age, after the Pokemon Go era, we need to start looking into some more interesting subjects.
Okay, all right. Let me think. What's the best subject?
Of all time?
All time.
The best subject of all time, I would say God, the creator.
That's a good subject. That's not what I was talking about, but you know what? That's a good answer.
It is a good answer. I'm the best debater ever. 4-0! I want another debate! Who wants the smoke? This guy wants to smoke.
He's lying!
I won that debate! Get out of here! Jimmy, go shut that kid up, Jimmy! Shut that kid up! Okay, say your name, young man.
What's up? I'm Alex.
Oh, I'm Alex. Oh, excuse me.
Charlie, right?
I'm Charlie, yes.
It's okay. We can bond over our shared name lineage.
Yes, we can. What do you want from me, Alex?
What are your views on God?
God is real. They tried to hide the existence of God. I think that's one of the biggest plagues in society.
No fucking way.
They tell us that we evolved from pond scum and that the Big Bang, everything came from nothing. And that's why we have a society of fruitless and hopeless and rudderless kids, because they don't realize that there is something special about this universe and that we all won the lottery of life just being here. Just being born proves that God is real, because this creation is not an accident.
Oh, I'm glad we started here because I think there's a lot to talk about.
Let's go.
You don't believe in the Big Bang or the theory of evolution?
No, there's microevolutions, like, two birds that mate with other birds, their beaks might get longer. Tall people have tall babies. But the idea that a protista or a zygote or some atom just split abiogenesis on its own and everything came from nothing, it's stupid. There's not enough transitional species for it to prove that evolution was real.
That's a bold claim, Cotton.
I'm very bold. I'm a bold person. I'm the world's greatest college debater.
Okay. Yeah, if evolution doesn't hold up to your scrutiny, I guess, right?
It does not?
Yeah, so, do you argue for, a 6,000-year-old creation?
I'm not a mathematician, but I do think the Earth is old, but I don't know how old. I'll tell you this much. There's geologists, they'll take lava that just came right out of a volcano, right? And it'll harden. And they'll go and they'll do the testing on it. They'll see how old it is. And they'll say that it's millions of years old, yet it's rock that's less than a day old. So a lot of the testing when it comes to science is off. So
Do you have a name for that study, or did you just pull it up out of your butt?
I don't need a name. It's the primetime Charlie Kirt study, and it's right. Look it up. Look up lava.
So he just makes shit up, right? I guess that's the format?
I'm not making shit up. No, it's real. Just go look at lava. Go look at testing of lava, of how old it is.
Right. Yeah, no, I'm definitely skeptical on that. But,
that's
if
fine.
you provided evidence, right, I'd definitely change my mind.
I provided the lava, so you know. The devil wants to have sex with children and wants to do all kinds of perverted, weird stuff. So
where is that written?
It doesn't need to be written. It's implied.
Implied, okay. Even though Jesus impregnated the Virgin Mary at the age of 12?
Not through sex.
Yeah, but still a 12-year-old getting impregnated.
Well, that was a beautiful
thing. That seems
thing.
a little pedophilic to me, right?
Well, there's a weird stuff too with Muhammad. There's all kinds of weird stuff. Different ages or different.
Yeah, I just don't see any written gospel saying Satan promotes pedophilia. But I do see that with Islam. I do see that with Christianity.
Well, I don't think Christians are pedophiles. Is that what you're trying to say?
Did Yahweh impregnate a 12-year-old girl? Yes or no?
He didn't have sex with her. No.
Did he impregnate a 12-year-old girl? Yes or no?
Oh, I don't know. Do we know? Hey, fact check, Jimmy. How old was the Virgin Mary, Jimmy? Fact check. Come here.
So facts do matter.
No, math doesn't matter. How old was the Virgin Mary when the Virgin Mary got impregnated?
16?
12.
He's wrong. He says 12.
12?
12.
Can you even get pregnant at age 12?
God's a pedophile. I feel like this guy might be a pedophile.
Big if true. Big if true.
No, it's not. God's not a pedophile. This guy is killing this debate.
You're arguing Satan's a pedophile without evidence, but we have evidence Yahweh impregnated a 12-year-old girl.
Well, the people that worship Satan are usually pedophiles.
And where are you pulling that from? Again,
Hillary Clinton's emails.
Hillary Clinton's emails, like the renowned
Have
Satanist.
you read the emails? Have you read the emails?
Yeah. She's just putting Satanism all over there, right? Like
she
saying,
is.
like,
She's talking about pizza. She's talking about all
we
kinds
wanna,
of stuff.
yeah, dude, get the fuck
Go
out of
read
here,
the
man.
emails. Go read the emails.
There's nothing in there
Alex,
about
go
pro
read the-
pedophilia.
Yes, it is.
I've read the whole damn thing. There's no things
you
about pro
haven't.
pedophilia.
There's
Okay, pull it up.
33,000
Who's
pages
the
of
fact checker?
emails.
Pull up.
Pull it up. Pull it up. Pull it up.
ChatGPT
Use ChatGPT to pull it up. The Bible does not specify the exact age of the Virgin Mary when she became pregnant with Jesus. However, historical and cultural context suggests that the Jewish girls in Mary's time typically married and started families in their early to mid-teens, often between the ages of 12 and 16. Well, that's not good. It's not good.
I'm just glad we're using facts, man. That's good. That's good.
No, it's not good. It's not good. Okay.
So we've established that Satan is less pro-pedophile than
No,
Yahweh?
Satan is more pro-pedophile, Alex. Get out of here.
Where's the evidence? Alex, where's the evidence?
It's in those knee braces. Why do you have those knee braces on? They're distracting me.
Free will doesn't exist.
What do you mean free will doesn't exist?
Determinism is the truth.
What the hell does that mean, determinism?
There's no free will.
Okay, we've got a
All
new
right.
debater. Get out of here, Alex. Thank you for debating. Thank you. Thank you. Always a pleasure.
Yeah, that was fun.
This is me. This is who they think I am. They're afraid of me.
That
They
is.
think I'm a Nazi. They say Alex Stein. Alex Stein is a fascist. He's a close friend of Gavin McInnes, a founder of the Proud Boys, a far-right militia. He has sexually harassed multiple women. He wants trans kids dead and trans adults in prison. I don't want trans kids dead. You want some transgender dude pooping next to you next time you go to the bathroom? Is that what you want? You want some guy just sitting there looking at your feet underneath a stall? Lord knows what he's doing on the other side. Is that what you want? Some guy in a dress dropping a right next to you? Is that okay with you? That's not okay with me. I don't want some dude in a dress pooping next to my damn daughter at day school.
Oh, wow. Oh, okay. That's a very specific experience, I think.
Well, everybody has to use the bathroom, right? Giselle, thank you for this debate.
Likewise. Have a
Giselle,
good day.
Have a good day. All right, who's next? Who wants to debate me, the world's greatest debater?
What do you want to debate?
Anything, illegal immigration. Are you here legally? Let me see your green card.
Oh, wow, because I'm Mexican?
Yeah, I'm going to call ICE on you. I can already
yeah,
tell.
my grandma and my dad were here illegally.
No,
Yes.
they're not!
They
What's
were.
their last name? Jimmy, his parents are on. Come here. Write down their name. We're going to have ICE come to your house. What's your name and what's your address? How long have you had that mustache? How long have you been able to grow that mustache? Since birth?
I've been able to grow it since I was like 12, actually.
That's
but
what I'm
like,
saying,
I
yeah.
actually let it grow out.
It doesn't look bad. I think it looks good, actually. I'm not
Can
even
you
hating.
not grow facial hair or what?
Not like that. I'm Charlie Kirt. I'm a debater.
Nah, I
I'm
know.
not
I saw that.
We are never, ever, ever getting back together.
Are you getting this on camera?
We are never, ever,
Getting this on camera?
ever-
I think maybe there should be less male comedians.
You think there should be less male comedians?
Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of you guys, and sometimes
Should there be more female comedians, or are you
I
actually
just feel
want-
like a comedian is a very run-out job at this point. If I see one more comedian special with a guy that looks exactly like you on Netflix, I'm gonna shoot myself. It's getting
That
repetitive.
is fair, but Joe Rogan, he's a very popular comedian, and he has a bunch of white guys that are like him that are getting
I didn't say
specials.
white guy. I just think guys. There's just a lot of guys, and it's all the same stuff over and over.
Well, women aren't funny. Boom. I won
Yeah.
that debate.
Mhm.
Women aren't funny. That's why. So, another win for the Charlie Kirt Master. Women are not as funny as men.
That is a great win. No, really, you own me with that. Do you have any other preschool comments to make, or do we want to move to first grade insults?
No,
So I could say
no
you have-
insults, but women are not as funny as men. It's impossible for women. They don't understand satire.
Yeah.
All right. Yes, sir. Say your name, please.
My name is Julian Briones.
Julian?
And I wanted to ask, do you think the blowing up of Alderaan is a justified action against the rebels?
Is that Lord of the Rings or Star Wars?
Star Wars, sir. Star Wars.
First of all, Star Wars has been hijacked by a bunch of woke lesbians at Disney, and if you're still a fan of that woke production, you should really look in the mirror and do some self-reflection, because I'm sick of woke lesbians ruining some of the greatest franchises of all times, including Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Was a great franchise.
Of
That
course.
went woke.
Of
that
course.
went gay. Ruined.
I feel the same way. I'm just waiting for Andor Season 3. That's what I'm waiting for.
And I want some more masculinity in Andor. I'm sick of these transgender Jedis ruining all the damn good storylines.
I want more rebellion. That's what I want.
More rebellion. Thank you.
Alrighty. You have a good day.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you. God bless you. Are you next up? Say your name, young man.
Hello, sir. My name is Alex Copeland. Nice to meet you.
What's up, Alex Copeland?
Okay, so I don't think that Palestine has a right to exist.
Wow. Wow. Ilhan Omar is not going to like this debate.
No. Neither will AOC.
She will not. She's my favorite big booty Latina. You know, Palestine, maybe their right to exist is... Maybe they can have a right to exist. I don't like Hamas's right to exist. And I don't like the conflict that's going on in the Middle East. I don't know if a ceasefire even stops anything. I think it's going to be total annihilation. And I think they push Israel to the breaking point. And it's just a really unfortunate situation. I wish we could try to fix things there. I don't know if it's fixable. I think Donald Trump will help us not get into war with Iran.
That's true.
But when it comes to Palestinians, you know, they were there. I think not all Palestinians are bad. I think it's Hamas that is bad. They need to give up the hostages, but I don't think Palestine's going to be here much longer. You're probably going to get what you wish for. It's a crazy world. Well, this guy doesn't want Palestine to exist, but for AOC, I can't agree with him. So thank you for being here. I love you, AOC. All right. All right, who's next up? Great job. Great job debating. Fix the mic, Jimmy. Fix his mic.
I'm sorry.
Jimmy, give me some chips. Give me some chips.
Okay, chip.
They're right here. They're right here. I need you to give me some chips. I'm starving. Jimmy, hurry. Right there in that box. Okay, say your name, young man.
Yeah, my name is Evan. All that, you know.
Open them. I don't want to get Cheeto dust in my hand. Well, I believe in separation of church and state, so I don't think it should be mandatory, but I also don't think it should be outlawed. If you want to read a Bible, Quran, you know, Torah, you should be allowed to in a public school. But yeah, I don't think the teacher should be teaching religion in school.
Okay, I agree with that. Yeah, I think the first.
Another debate won. What else you got for me? Let's debate if you should get a haircut or not. You should.
That's a good idea.
It's too long.
Get a check for I think that's it. Yeah, I just want to know your opinion on that.
So you just lost that debate. How does it feel? Bye, Noah.
I just saw all of these posters and I just had a couple of questions. Why do you think that being a socialist harms economic hardship or supports economic hardship?
It does support economic hardship.
Where in the definition did you hear that, though? Because the definition for socialist means that the government belongs to the people. So I just want to know what gave you that impression, you know?
You know what? It's really sad that I sit here and I debate these young men, and I see you, I can tell you're a smart man. And the fact that you think a socialist society is going to solve all of our problems.
All right, post-game interview, how do you think that went?
I think that Charlie Kirt is not exactly giving me any clue points or true points on why socialism is bad. He really just said, no, it's bad, and kept repeating that over and over again. So,
but is it bad?
I don't think so. I don't fully agree that any, besides fascism, because that's fascism, any true society, if done right, can work out. Capitalism, we live in a capitalist society. It isn't done correctly, which ends up just giving more people the monetary...
So you're saying you won the debate?
Well, I'll tell you how to get a free house. Go across the border and then sneak back in and say that you're Venezuelan seeking asylum. You'll get a free hotel room in Manhattan.
I see.
So that is... Jimmy, get off the bull and go find me people to debate, you idiot. Jimmy. You're not here to ride the damn bull, dude. You're here to... Go find me debate partners, dude. God, he's such an idiot. Just come on the mic and debate.
No, but I like you.
Okay, I like you too.
He told me to make fun of your forehead, though.
Jimmy, quit telling these people about my damn forehead. That's why I'm self-conscious I have the hat on today.
Okay, I'm on, bad. What have you debated about with people today? Like, what are the topics you've got?
Abortion, kebabs, burgers, football, cars.
You think? Oh, is college a scam?
Debate.
Period.
Debate.
Oh shit!
Get on the microphone. Please. Oh, I'm sorry. Please say your name for the camera, sir.
My name?
Whatever you want to say, your nickname, your handle, I don't care.
Oh. Bird person.
Do you want to debate the world's greatest college debater, Charlie Kirt, today?
I don't think that man is here.
You're looking at him. I'm just look at the sign. Can you read, bud?
I can read, asshole.
Okay.
You
Well,
can
let's
lie,
debate.
but not
I'm not
very
lying.
good.
I'm Charlie Kirt. All right, let's debate. Grab the mic. What do you want to
want
debate?
to debate about?
You pick the topic. I'll wipe the floor with you. I've been wiping the floor with people like you all damn day, and you're coming
Okay,
up here.
Lightning McQueen. You eat winners. You eat losers for breakfast. Whatever.
Okay, this isn't Talladega Nights. This is the Charlie Kirt experience. So
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought this was a real show.
this is a real show, and you're on it.
Yeah?
How does it feel?
How does it feel?
I know you're nervous. I know you're sitting there shaking. You want to say something to me. Say it. Say it with all your cojones. Say it with your chest, young man. Don't be afraid.
You don't have balls.
I have huge testicles.
Where's your proof?
They're right in my pants, and I don't whip
Show me
my.
your
I'm not
proof.
gonna. You want to see my genitals? So, sir, you just came here and asked me to see my genitals.
Show me the proof, dumbass.
We have you on camera, sir. That you just came here unapproached and is asking to see my naked genitalia. Do you realize?
Well, I guess you don't have balls then.
Because I don't want to expose myself and show you.
Yeah,
my
that's what you are, you Nazi. You don't want to expose yourself and tell the truth.
Wait, why am I Nazi? Because I don't want to show you my testicles?
No, you're the dumb one.
How am I the dumb one?
Because you're not getting anything I'm saying.
Because you just asked to see my testicles, correct?
Because you're a piece of shit.
So that's why you want to see my balls?
Yeah,
Because I'm a piece of shit, you want to see my testicles?
I want you to show the truth. Do you have balls?
Yes, I do. They're right here.
I don't see them.
You can kind of see how they're.
Oh, really?
See how they're.
Are you getting a zoom in on that? Of course. Look at
They're
this
right
retard
there.
out here showing off his bulge.
You
I just
asked
got him to
see
do
it.
that.
You asked to see this.
You're trying to get my goat? I just got you to show everyone your bulge.
I show everybody my bulge every day. They're very large. What
Good
do you
for
mean?
you, dumbass.
How am I dumb?
Because you are.
And you think you're smart by sitting here begging a man to show him your genitals?
I think you're a piece of shit.
Why is that?
Because you are.
Don't be like that. Can we become friends?
No.
Why not?
Because I don't make friends with transphobes, homophobes, Nazis, and the like of you.
I apologize for whoever hurt you. I can tell that you're a good young man. I can tell you have a good
You
heart.
sound like my grandparents. You know what my grandparents do? They sit at home and watch Fox News all day, sucking their thumbs like goddamn idiots.
I bet your grandparents love you very much.
No, they don't.
What do they give you for Christmas? What does your grandmother give you for Christmas every year? She gives you $200, and you
Give me
love
a
it.
slap on the face.
No, she gives you $200 in that envelope, and you love it.
Yeah, you
and
know
you
what?
love that $200 that Meemaw gives you, don't you?
You know what?
And it feels
she
good.
votes for Donald Trump
So
too.
what? She gives you that $200.
Well, they're stealing our goddamn future, you piece of shit.
How? How is Donald Trump stealing it?
With the tariffs, with the tax cuts for the wealthy.
But your grandmother's going to give you $200. So it
I don't
doesn't-
want $200.
What do you want?
I want to pay less taxes, and I want the
Donald
rich
Trump's
people to
gonna
pay
make-
more.
Donald Trump's going to
He's
make us
cutting
pay less.
taxes for people who pay less than.
I know. So those corporations can pay their employees better.
No.
Yes.
You believe in trickle down economics?
I am trickle down economics.
Trickling down like that cum down your pants?
Why? What is the deal with my penis and ejaculating? What's going on, dude?
You're a piece of shit.
What's going on?
You're a piece of shit.
Do you want to go get a hamburger or something?
No.
Who hurt you? I want to heal you.
Fucktards like you.
What did I do?
Go fuck yourself.
Don't be like that.
You know what? If you're gonna come here, ruin our goddamn campus with your free speech, I'm gonna fuck around with you too. And you know what? I don't care if UTSA campus has to pull us out of here. I'm gonna ruin your fucking day.
Don't do that.
Piece of shit.
I love you, brother.
Go fuck yourself.
Can I get you a hamburger or something?
No.
You want some chocolate?
No.
It's delicious.
What's your point?
Do you like chocolate?
This is bait.
It's not bait. It's just candy.
What's on it?
It's just chocolate.
Yeah, and you're gonna tell me I'm an anti-Semite now because it's got a
No.
Hanukkah thing on it?
Would you like some Lay's potato chips?
I don't want your goddamn chips. I don't want your goddamn lies.
What do you want?
I want you to get off my campus.
Can we be friends?
No.
Why?
You asked that question 10 times, and you think I'm the dumb one?
No,
You don't understand the meaning of no.
I know you love your grandparents very much, and I know you're mad that they voted for Donald Trump, but Donald Trump wants your
You're not
grandparents.
Mr. Rogers, you dumb piece of shit. Just because you can put on some fucking cardigan?
Why am I not Mr. Rogers?
Because you're a goddamn idiot and an asshole.
What do you not like about me?
I don't care. You're an asshole.
How?
You
Because
work for Turning Point USA.
Yeah.
The goddamn conservative
Yeah, why
conservative
are
Christian
conservatives
organization
bad?
on campus.
Why are conservatives bad?
Why are conservatives bad?
Yeah.
Because they are turning into Nazis. They're not conservatives anymore.
Do you really
They're
think
neo-fascists.
that? Do you really think that?
What do you think of me? I'm a Democrat. I voted for Kamala Harris, proud and true. What do you think of that?
You like Kamala Harris?
Oh, yeah? I don't care if she lost.
You're
I still
smarter
voted.
than that. You're smarter than that.
I don't care. I'm not going to believe your lies.
What
know
about-
who hurt me? A bunch of goddamn white kids like you.
What did
all
they
my
do?
fucking life.
What did they do? Did they bully you?
Yeah, dumb piece of shit.
I'm sorry.
Go back to fucking middle school where you belong.
I'm sorry that you're bullied like that. It's not fair. It was not nice of those kids to bully you. But you're a very powerful young man. I think you could use all that power. You can harness it for good.
Doing what?
I don't know. What are you
Why
passionate?
don't you do
what are
something
you
other than this bullshit on my campus?
No, this is what I do. I spread awareness. I speak to young men like you that are highly
You're trying
effective.
to radicalize angry people. And I'm angry just because you're here.
I know. I'd like to radicalize you on my side to support Donald Trump.
I'd like to kick you in the balls.
Would that make you feel better?
Would it make me feel better?
Mhm.
Yeah.
To assault another man?
Yeah.
To kick a man in the genitalia? First you asked to see my penis. Now you want to touch my penis with your foot?
Real hard.
Real
hard,
Do
man.
you think that's bizarre to go up to a person and...
I think it's bizarre that you're here in the first place.
But I'm not the one going up to somebody asking to see their penis, asking to put my foot on their penis. You're
I don't
doing
care.
that.
Go fuck yourself.
Get that.
That's a win.
That's a win! Raise Grant! I'm the champion! We did it! Yeah! We won! Guys, we did it. Charlie Kirt just broke the record for most debate wins on a college campus. I couldn't have done it without people like that. God bless America. What a country to live in. Couldn't be prouder.
We're anti-furries. No furries allowed. We don't like furries anymore around here. No litter boxes in these damn classrooms. Let's go.
You think you're a girl.
And you think you're a debater, dude.
Yeah, and you're not a girl.
I'm gonna
You're
see
a
you later
boy.
on.
You're
All
a
right, bye.
boy. You can't have a baby. You're a boy. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the pimp on a blimp, the world's greatest college debater, Charlie Kirt, live at Free Speech Alley in Baton Rouge on campus at LSU. You don't want to miss it. Come debate the world's greatest debater. Let's go. Oh, wow, that's not good. That's not good at all. That's for my debate victims when they're done. We're this transgender club. That's what we need to come out here. We need to stir up some ANTIFA. Where's that Baton Rouge ANTIFA at? If you want to come out here and get the business, I'm willing to help you out. Come on. I'm Charlie Kirt. Who are you?
Charlie Kirt?
Yeah.
Like founder of TPUSA?
Well, something like that, yeah.
Charlie Kirt?
Charlie Kirt.
Kirt.
Yes.
No relation to Charlie Kirt.
Very related.
Very related.
Yes.
Like family related?
Yes. Are you a fan of our family?
I'm well aware of your family.
You are?
Yeah. When I'm a fan, I don't know, but aware.
Why?
Thinking
Who put
about
the slaves
slavery.
on the boat? Was it black Africans or was it white
White
people?
people buying from
really?
African kings.
Yeah, I know.
White
So
people who bought
Africans
from
were
African
selling
kings.
their own people, right? So black people were selling their own people. Isn't that so good? Why don't they take any credit for slavery? They're the ones that sold their own brothers and sisters out for peanuts.
and they don't get to
the
take
buyers
so
have
it's
any
all,
responsibility.
No, I'm just saying,
Also,
all the white
I'm
people's
really
fault,
sorry.
right?
No, I'm not going to contribute. I'm not going to allow this to happen because, frankly, I don't think that people have a pissed off.
Yeah, because you're so delusional that you think you're a girl. You think you're a girl.
Yeah. You think you're a debater, dude.
Yeah, and you're not a girl.
I'm going
You're
to
a
see you later
boy.
on.
You're
All
a
right,
boy.
bye.
You can't have a baby. Anybody want to debate? Come on down.
So, how do you countenance your support for an evil rapist racist like Donald Trump? The judge in New York said he was found liable for rape. This is quickly researchable. Quickly researchable. Quickly researchable.
If that was a civil case, he's not a criminal.
Quickly researchable. Quickly researchable. Quickly researchable.
Now we got the crowd. Come debate the world's greatest college debater. Any topic, you choose a topic, I'll debate it. Chick-fil-A, the Lord's chicken. Let's debate that.
Do you know the definition of genocide?
I mean, I would say a mass killing of a group, yeah.
That's not the definition of genocide.
Okay, what's the definition? Let's see what the definition is. Killing members of a group, causing serious bodily harm.
You didn't know what a genocide means.
No, I know what a genocide is. According to your definition, I said it's a mass killing of people, and that's literally what the definition is.
Well, I mean, I just find it interesting that you can't give me the definition.
I know what a genocide is, dude.
You just gave me the wrong definition.
I didn't give you the.
We have it on camera, brother.
I know we got it. I told you it's killing members of the group. Literally, killing people is the first definition of genocide.
Well, he won a Nobel Peace Prize. You can't deny it.
Yeah, so did Barack Obama. He dropped a drone strike every 15 minutes for 8 years.
No, I agree, but
just because you win a Nobel Peace Prize, does that mean that you're peaceful?
Brother, you can't sit here. When we first talked, you said you didn't know the definition of genocide. I had to give you.
I told you the definition. I don't know what Delta 9 you're smoking, dude. I have no idea what you're on. And you keep yawning. Are you on pills or something?
No, I'm yawning because everything that you say.
Why do you keep yawning like that? Are you okay?
Do you know who Ross Ulbricht is?
Yeah, I love Ross. Yeah.
You mean the one that created the Silk Road dark marketplace? The one that's, I don't know, responsible for illegal drugs, human trafficking, weapons, forgery services? Okay.
I think Ross should be freed. I mean, he did his time, I believe.
He did his time for creating a website that supports human trafficking? Well, how much time is that?
Well, it's funny because has anything ever bad happened on Facebook before?
What does that have to do with human trafficking?
Has anybody ever been humanly trafficked
What
on
does Facebook have to do with human trafficking?
So should Mark Zuckerberg go to jail? I'm saying, when you create a
Mark
social network...
do human trafficking?
No,
Who did
you're
human
so
traffic?
smart.
Could
You're
you
so
tell
smart.
me?
Who did Ross Ulbricht human traffic?
No, he did not personally human traffic anybody.
Exactly.
He's
So if you
responsible
create a
for creating-
website, if somebody gets human trafficked, if I create Facebook and somebody gets human trafficked on it, just because I created Facebook doesn't mean I'm the one that did it. So he's not responsible. Yes, he created a website and bad people use that website to do bad stuff, but that doesn't make him responsible for other people's actions. That's just basic common sense. If somebody does something bad on Twitter, that doesn't mean Elon Musk is guilty of a crime because
Is anybody
he owns
human
Twitter.
trafficking on Twitter?
Yes, people have been sold and human trafficked on every social media platform, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. Yes, believe it or not, drugs have been sold, humans have been sold on every social media platform that exists. That's a fact.
I skinned you. I skinned you. You know who my ancestors are?
You lose.
Explain this matter. Okay, why does 14% of the population, black people, commit 60% of the violent crimes? I took it away. I took it away. I took away your identity. How did I take away your identity?
You lose.
But the difference between me and everybody else is I'm Primetime 99 Alex Stein. I'm a pimp on a blimp. I graduated from this school and I'm different. I'm much different and unique than everybody else. So when I come to the campus, I'm going to do it different. And I know that you might not like it. I'm just saying, I do it different. I'm a unique individual and that's what's going to happen. When I get on college campus, I'm going to do it different. That's just what's going to happen.
What's a conspiracy? I know you know. Do you agree with Kyrie Irving that the Earth is flat?
He thinks that? What are you doing here today?
I'm debating a bunch of libtarded college kids and trying to wake them up.
Libtarded. Libtarded?
Did you see the girls that post their TikToks where they're like third abortion?
Thoughts on the AI generated video that he posted.
I thought that video was edited well by artificial intelligence, and that shows you that a lot of these editors out there that are trying to charge me too damn much money to edit my content, I'm about to replace your ass with a robot. I mean, I'm ready for him to put a damn Ritz-Carlton in Gaza. I'm gonna go stay there.
You're gonna go stay in Gaza?
I'm gonna stay at the Trump Tower in Gaza on the penthouse, and record a podcast with Tucker Carlson very soon. So that's what I'm doing as soon as it's built.
Good luck getting that famous.
Thank you.
Seriously, there's nothing better to do?
What are you doing, dude? What are you doing? You want to debate? You're scared. I'm working too, brother. I'm working too, brother. That bald-headed spot on your head, brother, let's debate. Does Rogaine work or not? It doesn't matter how it works. Listen, I don't follow the rules in life. I don't follow the rules of the gold card program, okay? So listen, we're not here to play by the rules. That's why Trump is awesome. He doesn't play by the rules, and you shouldn't either. Ah, look at that! But if you're 17, I mean, you had sex. His grandfather's in the cartel, probably. Is that true?
I don't know. Maybe.
Look, he says, I don't know. His grandfather was in the cartel. God rest his soul. We love the cartel.
No comments.
Thank you. So you think it's okay to post your abortion on TikTok?
I don't think that's okay.
Yeah, good. You know why I like this university? We have smart, nice, young women willing to talk about tough subjects. Where are the other big booty Latinas that go to school here? Are there any other?
Probably. There's my friend over there.
So two big booty Latinas. I mean, this is all due respect. If I'm handing out stuff, wouldn't I want to hand it out to a crowd of people? I understand. Welcome to the Tom Homan experience! Ah! SMU! What do we got? The first furry debate. Can a guy born with a penis ever get pregnant? Yeah.
You love the white legal immigrants.
Be a chicken.
You are Alex Stein. You're a fucking clown. Like.
I've heard a lot of conservatives arguing against sex education with instead of arguing and educating about contraceptives, they say they should argue about abstinence. What's your opinion on that? Because that is directly related.
Well, I know this is a kind of a hot button issue because it's like, at what age should we teach children sex education, right? And you have some schools that want to teach it in elementary school, which I would think that is too young. But I'm not of the opinion that we shouldn't teach sex education whatsoever. I think we should teach it. But where it gets weird is now in sex education classes, they're not just teaching heterosexual sex, they're teaching gay sex. They're teaching like what to use if you want to have gay sex. So that's where a normal thing like sex education, teaching people about sexual health, about a woman's menstrual cycle, about how, babies are made, that all seems normal. I think that is necessary even in, a kid's maturation in school. But then when you start mixing it up really young, teaching a kid about sex, or then now you throw in gay sex, that's where it gets corrupted.
Admittedly not in love with the usage of your word normal, because that implies that there is a correct way to do things, and that also gives the implication that being gay is abnormal.
Well, I would say
I disagree with.
Okay. Well, first of all, listen. There's gay people. I don't hate gay people. I just want to put it out there. But you're gonna tell me that being gay, even for a gay person, I have gay friends. All my gay friends, they had a very tough time telling their parents that they were gay. Why? Because being gay is not the normal thing.
We are slowly becoming more accepting of gay people, which we absolutely should be. And I think using words like normal is a step in the wrong direction. Because
I think being gay is abnormal, but I'm not saying we should hate gay people. I'm just saying the normal relationship is a man and a woman. They have sex, they have a baby. That is the normal relationship.
But humans are animals, correct? In the animal kingdom.
No, I think we're different. I think we're much different than animals.
I feel I don't know the exact statistic, but it's something like 80+% of scientists say that humans are recognized as animals.
80% of scientists also believe that we evolved from pond scum, and think that just the Big Bang created everything. I don't agree with scientists. And first of all, you ever seen a cat send an email?
No.
Exactly. Come on.
This is amateur hour.
Come here.
You can have the mic.
To say you fucking pedophile.
How? Whoa, dude. Come on, bro. What? Are you scared? You don't have to be a chicken.
You are Alex Stein. You're a fucking clown. Like.
And what are you, dude? Yeah, what are you, transgender, wearing that mask because you're ashamed of yourself? I'm the clown. Look at you. I'm the clown. You know who I am, but I have no idea who you are, so I'm the clown. What are your pronouns?
I think the problem with illegal immigration and demonizing them is I don't think that they should be getting welfare services, but I really don't think that we're not seeing major investment of tax resources into it.
We are. Have you heard you've not heard about the Roosevelt Hotel in New York?
Not a citizen. Yeah, here's another cherry-picked example. They're getting a place to live. They're getting a bed to sleep.
In New York City, the most expensive real estate in the world, and they're getting free gift cards. If you and I wanted
they need to eat food. I mean, these people
they need to go back to their home countries.
You wanted them to send them back to South Sudan, where there's no government, there's a war, there's a civil war. They're trying to flee for their lives. You have no empathy for human lives at all.
I have empathy, but people
because these people aren't white. You think that anybody should go back to South Sudan, go back to Palestine, go back to these collapsing countries?
I don't want white illegal immigrants here either.
No, you love the white legal immigrants.
Who loves abortion? I know there's somebody here that's probably had 5 abortions. This guy wants some smoke.
Stop fishing, you grifter.
Come on now. Where'd you get that haircut, dude? Come on and talk.
All you do is grift online. I'm not fucking.
How am I grifting? By wanting to talk to you, I'm grifting?
Yes.
A man and a woman are 2 separate things, right? They're not the same.
I would like to say no. Yeah.
Okay. So if you're not the same thing, I can't cut off my genitals and all of a sudden have a vagina, right?
I mean, that's not exactly how it works. If you just want to cut off your dick for the pleasure of it, then go ahead. I'm not stopping you.
Can a man have a baby?
Again, I'm not.
Can a man get pregnant? No.
There actually was a recent womb transplant in the UK that allowed for trans women to have a baby.
I don't want to hear any of this. Can a man have a baby, yes or no?
Yes.
No, my God. Dude, you're not this libtarded. You know that a man does not have a womb, cannot have a baby. You know this. See, this is the sad thing, is that I come to these college campuses, and I understand you seem like a smart individual, but if you're seriously coming up here and saying that a man can have a baby, you're retarded. I don't know what else to tell you. I mean, I'm sorry to be like that, and I don't want to use that word, but you know that a man doesn't have a uterus, does not have the building blocks to make a baby, does not have the eggs to make a baby. So for you to say that, it just shows you that you're not living in reality. You're living in this weird simulation where a guy can be a girl and a girl can be a guy, and girls have penises and boys have uteruses. I mean, that's not how it works.
Well, what do you call people?
Libtards, like you.
No, the other word with the R.
Retards.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, this is what you are. You're a retard. Yeah, this is what a retard looks like.
Say some slurs, farm some clips. Don't fucking dignify this. Like, there you go.
No, dignify.
Dignify.
Don't dignify it. He's not here to get his mind changed. He's just here to make fun of you.
You're the one with your face covered.
Yeah, you're the coward. Yeah, make fun of you because you're a libtard and you're a retard.
We can sit here and say like, oh, there's only male or female, or oh, the non-binary doesn't exist, but like, why does it matter? If you want to be called Rick instead of Alex, I'm like, if I call you Alex, that's going to be insulting to you. If someone wants to go by they, them, I'm just going to say they, them because that's how they want to be identified. I don't think it's a big deal. It doesn't change my vocabulary at all. If you're talking about someone, you can say, oh yeah, them. It's really that easy.
Oh, well, I agree. If somebody wants to change their name, I think, but I'm okay with somebody changing their name, but they can't change their sex.
Biologically, you can't change your sex, but you can
so
change your gender.
We agree.
You can change your gender, though. Gender and sex are 2 completely different things.
Yeah, I understand. And somebody that wants to change their gender, they can do that, but they shouldn't be able to go pee in the women's restroom, and they shouldn't be able to compete against biological females.
I don't understand why it matters. The restroom argument, again, is a straw man
look
argument.
At Leah Thomas, who was a national champion in women's swimming, was ranked 450th in men's, and then transitioned to a female and became number 1.
If I'm not mistaken, which I could be because I haven't read on this case in a long time, that 400-something rank was on one single event.
Yeah, one
that event. She did not compete when she won first. So I don't think that's a really good argument. But also,
you don't think though, going from not competing in nationals as a guy
to all of a sudden being the top women's swimmer, it doesn't prove that men have a biological advantage when it comes to sports?
I don't think so. If she was on, she was on hormone therapy, and hormone therapy changes your physical structure. It changes your bone density.
It doesn't change the size of your foot. It doesn't change the size of your hips. It doesn't change the size of your legs.
It changes your bone density. It changes your biological structure.
Yeah,
you
but
will
if you're
change if you're on hormone
if you're a
therapy.
6'5" guy like Leah Thomas, you're not going to take estrogen and all of a sudden become a 5'6" girl. You're
No, you're not
going to
do that.
more imposing.
But you're also ignoring the fact that people
would you agree that men, on average, are bigger than women?
I think on average, men are bigger than women.
And so in sports, especially physical sports, usually being bigger gives you an advantage.
Most of the time, yeah.
Yes. So men are naturally going to have an advantage against women in physical sports.
So would you
now,
say,
if you want to argue like chess, are men and women are they equal? I guess you could say maybe, but even in that instance, men oftentimes are better than women at chess. So I'm just saying, forget about mental stuff. I'm talking about when it comes to physical sports, men have an advantage. So just because you identify as something, you shouldn't be able to compete against my daughter or my sister in a physical sport, because that's a safety issue. I don't want a woman having to potentially get hurt by some guy in a softball game or a basketball game.
Okay, I completely understand your point. Do you have a daughter?
No.
Okay,
well,
if you did have a daughter, I would see why you would want to protect her. But also, I think that's playing on two assumptions. One is that women are these fragile creatures.
I would agree that women are tough, but they're more fragile than men, I would argue.
I kind of disagree with that. I think that women are just as tough as men. I think that...
Yeah, I would say maybe emotionally just as tough, but not physically as tough. There's a reason...
so you're saying that women wouldn't be able to play in a sport with a man because it's not safe for the woman to play?
Do women get drafted in the military?
No, but they go to the military.
I know, but why don't they get drafted? And why do guys get drafted and women
do we even
don't?
still do the draft?
I'm saying, the draft is still. We all have to register for the draft.
Okay, well, first of all, I think.
Why don't women
first of all, I think that no one should be able to. No one should have to register for the draft.
We agree on that,
but
I'm
second
just
of
saying,
all,
why do men get drafted and not women?
Because I think back when the draft was being used heavily, I think that it was very sexist and men viewed women not as strong, and I think that that's pretty horrible because women are just as strong as men. And
are you talking about physically just as strong?
Physically and mentally, yeah. You can disagree with me here, but if you're a woman going into the military...
Are there some women that are physically stronger than a man? Yes, but on average. I'm talking about on average. Men are much stronger than women. I have to agree.
I still would disagree with that sometimes.
What do we got? The first furry debate. Thank you.
All right, what do you think about women? You like them?
They belong in the kitchen. Personally, I think women mainly should be, cooking. They can clean too.
All right. So, but why can't a man do that?
Well, look, a man can clean a deck, but a man shouldn't do laundry. You know what I mean? There's some things a man can clean, but women are just better at it. They have smaller hands. They're cleaner in general, so that's why they're better at it.
I can't disagree with us being a lot cleaner.
See?
But do you think they can be in the workforce
Well, they shouldn't be leading the workforce. Yeah, I mean they can be in the workforce, but they shouldn't be the coach of the Dallas Cowboys or something like that. Or now these women referees makes me sick. I mean,
I literally can't tell if you're just...
No, I'm dead serious. These women referees, they remember fouls from 3 games ago. You know what I mean? You can't, it's just hard.
I don't know if I agree with that, actually.
So you think women are good at being referees?
I think they should be able to take leadership roles. I feel like both men and women can equally take this amount of work and become leaders. Even, we haven't had a woman president yet, but I feel like we should definitely give it a try at least.
Well, I was excited. I thought Kamala Harris, maybe she could sleep with Vladimir Putin or something and stop the war. There are some advantages of having a woman in power. She could do that, but other than that, no. I mean, I think women are better followers than they are leaders, personally.
I think just to go back to sleeping with Putin, I think Trump's already doing that. So
you think Trump and Putin are sleeping together?
Yeah, they're so gay for each other.
Maybe, I don't know. I mean, I haven't heard that, but
take it up the ass.
But let's talk about you. You're actually pretty cool. So you're like an emo cat.
Yeah. basically. You can take my weave off.
No, keep the weave on.
There you go.
That looks cool. And so what do you identify as, a human or a furry?
I am a human. Furries are just cosplay. You know, we don't actually think we're animals at all. People that think they're animals are, you know.
You actually seem pretty cool and based for furry. You seem pretty cool.
I am a respectful person.
Do you think furries should be able to get abortions?
I think women should get abortion. Yeah, furries are human people, so yeah.
You think they should? What about that poor little furry? What is their choice?
The poor little furry.
Inside. The baby furry shouldn't have a choice at life?
I believe that the
baby furry should come out and have a choice, right?
Inside, it's when it's at a certain point, you know, I do believe abortion should be the answer when the baby, like, you know, is almost fully formed.
Late term abortion you're against.
Yeah, basically like that stuff. But abortion, like, you know, when you find out, should be allowed, you know?
Yeah, a lot of people have that opinion. I mean, I'm anti-abortion, but I understand why somebody would want to have an abortion. And I think that if you did get an abortion, the sooner the better, obviously. But still, it's gotten to where now people are posting their abortions on TikTok, and, you know, it's in my day and age, obviously people got abortions, but it was something that they were very ashamed of. It was a very private matter, and now it's become where it's just so socially acceptable. People are literally posting about it on social media. So I'm just seeing that the trajectory in which we're going, not good. We got to change that trajectory.
I don't think that's everyone, though.
No, but it's more than when I was younger, so it is definitely increasing.
Yeah, it's because of social media. Like, that stuff does spread. I'm sure there's people like back in your day where they wouldn't like share their maybe like positivity over it.
Yeah.
You just don't see more of that. But I think people that still, like, you know, get an abortion today still, like, maybe they're happy that they're able to, you know, be able to continue, like, getting a job and
getting drunk and partying, basically.
Sure. But I'm sure, like, some people deep down still, like, feel awful that happened.
That's what I'm saying. So think about that, though. If everybody after an abortion feels awful, why do we just let people do it? I mean, don't you know?
Because it should be a choice.
No, but it's a very bad choice. I'm just saying, like, even the people that get it, even though they know in their heart what they did was bad, you still want people to be able to continue to do that?
Yes. It's because maybe not everyone will react to that sadness. I know in my, like, if I were to ever get an abortion, I would be upset.
Yeah.
But that's because, like, that's how I grew up, and I you know, I have a very conservative family. But for, like,
so you're a conservative cat.
I'm actually not. I'm more in the middle.
More in the middle. Well, you're an emo cat. You're a cool cat.
Yeah, I think.
What's your name?
My real name or this character's name?
Either one.
This character's name is Jinx.
Jinx?
Yeah.
I like that. Like,
yeah.
Captain Jenks?
Sure.
But Janks? Jenks?
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, I like that. There's a guy named Captain Jenks. That was a famous guy. Wow, Jenks. All right, well, guys, give it up for Jenks, the furry.
Then how is that not, you know, white people having kind of on average, a statistical average, a stronger advantage and a stronger ability to succeed and to get academic and professional advancements than non-white people?
Well, see, that means you're the racist because you're saying black people are less than white people right there. You're saying it yourself.
I don't believe I said that anywhere in my statements.
Well,
and I think you can, like, it's good for your little clips that you're going to put on YouTube and everything. Get your little outrage bait. But I'm just talking to you one-on-one, dude. You know, ignore the camera, ignore the algorithm. We're just talking. No, I didn't say that there were no black rich people. How did slavery happen?
Did the black people?
I'm not your history teacher, dude. You should know that coming to the debate. I'm thinking about slavery. Oh, transgenders like me. And see, he drops that in because he wants to make me get really pissed off and emotional because he's starting to melt down and everything.
You think you're a girl. You think you're a girl.
And you think you're a debater, dude.
Yeah, and you're not a girl.
I'm going to see you later on.
You're
all right,
a boy. Bye. You can't have a baby. You're a boy. Anybody want to debate? Come on down. Doesn't matter your biological sex or if you're wearing a dress as a boy, you can come here and debate. And, you know, I'm actually pro-transgenders in the military because, first of all, transgenders are like the meanest people on planet Earth, so they would make good soldiers. And transgenders are the best at doing school shootings, so they're already, you know, good at shooting in crowds of people. So, yeah, we're pro-transgenders in the military.
Anybody? Come on down. Who wants to debate? Don't be shy. We got a big crowd now.
I am the world's greatest college debater! No one has debated Charlie Kirt and lived to tell the tale. Debate or die.
Come on down. I know somebody wants to smoke. I know a lot of potheads go to this school. Transgenders are welcome in the debate dome. Doesn't matter your sexual orientation, we are inclusive. Is there a transgender student here, please? Oh, yes, I like this guy. Come on. I'm 6'3". I'm 6'3". I'm taller than you. I'm taller than you. I'm taller than you. Oh, let's see if you're the same height. Come on, let's see if you're the same height. Yeah, I'm Alex. Okay, let's see. Let's see. I'm taller. Ooh, debate won. Listen, I'm undefeated. These guys think they're taller than me. I'm taller. Have you ever dealt with a Puerto Rican?
No, I have not.
Let me tell you something. Don't. Stay away. Especially don't date a Puerto Rican woman. She'll cook you some of the most delicious rice and beans you ever had. Next thing you know, you wake up, there's a knife to your throat because you liked a woman's Instagram picture. So be very careful when you deal with Puerto Rican women. You heard that from someone with a lot of experience.
Okay.
Wait, come here and say that on mic. No, don't boo her. Don't boo her. Go get some footage. Jimmy, go get some footage of her. Jimmy, go get some footage. She told me to kill myself. That's good. Yo, come here. Yo, please tell me to kill myself some more. What should I do? I love that. Look, she still has her mask on, guys. She still believes COVID's happening. Look at this. Okay, nobody's going to get your herpes. Chill. You don't have to wear a mask, okay? But why do you want me to die? That's not cool.
I don't want everyone to die, actually. You know what? We should abort every kid ever.
What?
Let's go! Okay, shut up. Y'all shut up. Chill.
No, I'll be the extreme leftist here.
What, are you extreme? Are you?
Wait, you're giving them the clip.
You do have the mask.
I don't give
Okay,
a
everybody
fuck.
calm
These
down.
people
Let her talk.
only want attention.
Wait, let's let her talk.
We should all walk away right now.
Let's let her
Why
talk.
are you fucking here, dumbass?
Wait, guys, she loves abortion. Ma'am, why do you
give them attention?
Why do you like abortion?
Why do you like see you?
Why do
Are
you
y'all
like
stupid?
Why do you like abortion so much?
It's fun if nobody goes up.
I don't know, just because it's cool. I want every woman here to get an abortion.
What the?
How about that?
Guys, this is the future of our country. They just love to kill
you're
babies.
On the opposite side. You're like,
yeah, I don't want.
Left, you're too right,
I don't want babies to be aborted.
Everyone's gonna get the woke mind virus. We're all gonna like our gender and everything.
How many vaccines have you had? How many times have you been vaccinated? Have you been vaccinated this year for COVID?
No.
But why are you still? Honestly, though, don't you think it makes it harder to breathe with the mask? Not forget politics. No, I'm saying politics aside. Let's not even talk politics. But don't you think that it is harder to breathe?
You know what makes it harder to breathe? How much pollution these corporations pump into the air.
What I mean is, like, you seem like a nice person. I know you said some mean stuff to me, but like, why wear the mask? Like, it just seems.
Just because I want to. Damn, what happened to freedom of expression?
Okay, I agree. If you want to wear it, you can, but it just looks kind of scary.
Okay,
COVID's over. Like, there's no. You don't need to live in fear. You don't need to live in fear.
Are you being a snowflake right now?
Yes, I am, because you seem like a nice young trans person, and
I'm not trans. I'm a cis woman.
Oh. Damn.
I am a girl. Damn,
sorry, I thought you were a boy. I apologize. I thought you were a boy.
You've never seen a girl with short hair?
I don't know. You have Vans on. You have jeans on. It's hard to tell. We're on a college campus. It's hard to tell what is what. I apologize. I'm sorry, young lady.
I can tell. What happened to men can't be women?
What? Yeah, men can be women. Men can be women. You can't be a man.
You just refer to me as a guy.
Well, I thought you were. I apologize. Yeah, it's hard to tell these day and age. I know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
See, you guys don't even know your own politics at this point. It's very sad to see.
No, I know my politics. I just couldn't tell if you're a boy or girl. I mean, I don't. But you should be able to. Like you. Actually, you're trans enough. You could pee in the men's restroom, I think, and nobody would.
Enough?
Yeah. I don't think anybody would get mad if she went in the men's restroom.
Yeah, you're trans enough too.
Hey, okay, that's fair. I'm not anti-trans.
Yeah,
I'm not.
That's what I'm saying.
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm not anti-trans.
If she wants to see her, we should let her.
Wait, come back here! Come back here! Us is running. Get some footage. Yeah!
USA! USA! USA!
Wait,
We're not clapping with you. We're not clapping with you.
USA!
Stop.
USA! USA!
You
I love
ruined
the
it.
penis. That's great. That was good stuff. Good for her. All right. That's a policy we can all get behind. Okay. Please say your name.
He said, call your dad an illegal immigrant.
She's a doctor.
Yeah, right. Oh my God. Yeah, I wouldn't want to go to that doctor. No, I'm not jealous.
I'm not Mexican.
I don't know what you are. What are you? I know you're illegal. I know that.
Pakistani. We're all doctors, bro.
You're Pakistani?
Yes, sir.
Oh, yeah, right. That's why he's so annoying. Okay, this is how that makes sense. Oh my God. Thank God. Didn't we invade them already? I mean, God. Now I'm a Dick Cheney fan. That makes sense. Gosh, this guy's a weapon of mass destruction probably in his car, and he's out here laughing around.
I changed my mind. I'm Irish.
So I just
say your name though.
My name's Matthew.
Matt, what's up?
I don't agree with your Zelensky stuff and your illegal
Everybody
stuff.
here loves Zelensky so much.
No, I
Oh,
don't.
my God.
Honestly, I agree with you that he should hold elections.
Yeah,
but you got to look at it like they're
Debate
getting fucked
one.
in the ass.
Debate one.
honestly.
Wait, what about that? No,
That
these
we
guys are
haven't been
libtarded. They're too libtarded here at UTD. I didn't know this whole campus was this libtarded. I'm worried about the future of our country.
Fine, we don't have to talk about Ukraine. What about illegals? Why deport all illegals?
Well, not all of them. Big booty Latinas get to stay.
You said deport all illegals. That includes BBLs,
no,
brother.
If you're a 9, you're fine. There should be an asterisk on there.
But if you deport all illegals, who's gonna pick your fruit? Look,
That's
at
not
Tennessee.
true. That's not true. The AI.
When
I'll have a
Trump
robot.
came into power
AI.
the first time,
Yeah.
deported several illegals. Several
artificial intelligence
farms in
has made
Tennessee had no
exponential
people to
leaps
pick their
since
fruit. So
robots will do
hundreds
it.
and hundreds of pounds of fruit went to rot in fields because no.
Stop eating fruit. Who gives a damn? And who needs fruit? Have a keto.
So you're saying
Keto.
that we should buy our fruit
You
from
should be
someone
on
else?
a ketogenic diet so you can get jacked up and you can actually go out there and get a girlfriend for once in your life. because it
So
looks
you're
like you're on too much
telling me
estrogen
that
now.
you're
Look, your
would
voice is
rather
cracking.
food
His
go
voice is
to
cracking.
waste when we're having to import shit now that tariffs are coming in, so we're gonna have to end up paying more. We need someone to go pick that fruit, and unfortunately, you don't want to do it. No other
I
person
wouldn't
wants to
mind
do
doing
it, but you got
I can do it.
immigrants
Actually,
that are
I
willing to do
volunteer
it.
myself. All the fruit out there. Not only am I the world's greatest college debater, I will be the world's greatest fruit picker, and I will go to any plantation or farm and I will pick fruit to feed this entire country. It's the least thing I can do because I love this country and I love you. So if you want a salad, call me in a couple months and I'll make you a farm-to-table salad. Sounds nice. Ranch dressing,
would you
homemade
do it?
ranch with a packet
I'll
of
go
sour
out
cream.
there with you and pick fruit.
See? Now we're all picking fruit. Thank you. This is how we come together. 12-0. 12-0. All right, who's my next victim? Come.
Oh, wow.
Yes, we need some train.
You're doing too much.
Touch my tit.
You're doing too much.
You touched my tit. It's kind of weird. I have anxiety, man. It's bad.
Yo. All right, say your name, young man. I like this guy. He's a mechanic. Seems like a nice guy.
Thank you. Appreciate it. So I'm sorry. What's your name again?
My name's Charlie Kirt.
Good boy.
I think he said good boy. See, they all have porn brain. Everything to them is just about sex and good boy and submission, because these people are probably addicted to looking at the most degenerate stuff and that they can actually find. So this is our society where they think that is somehow some sort of own, asking a person's name and having the respect to give them the name back. That's how disconnected these libtards are with reality. Okay, who's next? Who wants to smoke? Another
It's a shame.
libtard dominated,
It's a
guys.
shame.
This guy didn't have a gun. Hey, if you're a burglar, what's your address?
Guess what? If a burglar came into my house, I have means to defend myself. I have pepper spray. I carry pepper spray.
Oh, okay. all right.
I would be able to, unless they have glasses, I would be able to mace them and
Yeah, what if they
defend
have
myself.
goggles? Now they're going to have goggles, so good job. Now you told them you're pepper spray.
Well, then what happens if technology advances and you have, pepper spray that goes through goggles? What about that?
Well, that's not where we're at now, so good luck, bud.
Bet you didn't think of that, huh?
No, listen, I like this guy, and I would like his address because we're all going to go rob him. The cartel, El Chapo, they're going to take everything in your house. They robbed Travis Kelce. They robbed Taylor Swift's boyfriend, dude. They're going to rob you. Trust me.
If you do come to rob me, I've got bear spray locked and loaded.
No, he didn't. No, he did not deserve it. Patrick Mahomes deserved it, but not Travis Kelce. We're Swifties here, pro Swifties, so. Okay, now these guys really are autistic. All right.
Hi, my name is Stefan Boma. I've watched a lot of you guys' stuff on YouTube.
Awesome.
I kind of wish I told my dad that you're here today so he could.
We can get a
come
selfie.
here.
We can get a selfie and send it to your dad.
I just want to say, just for context, me, my mom, and my dad, we came here from Cameroon. My father came here with one suitcase and a dream.
Yeah.
And I do appreciate that I have the freedom to be able to thrive in America. When we first came here, we had to go through the legal system of getting my green card.
And you legally came here and did it correctly.
Right. And
see?
I can't speak on anybody else's behalf, but I just think that it's really sad that, you know, I can't have my grandpa come to my graduation or to my father's PhD graduation because the system has been so corrupted to the point where
they can visit. They can't even visit. They can't.
Right. They can't visit because the government doesn't want them to come over.
Oh,
right?
wow. I didn't realize they couldn't visit.
We spent thousands and thousands of dollars going through the system. I vividly remember going and sitting in the immigration office for hours.
Well, I do believe in tourism. I think tourism is very important in our country, especially international travelers.
My parents had to take the test, and we had to be interviewed up, down, left, and right. We've had friends tell us that, you know, my parents should split up, get married to someone else, get a green card, split apart.
90-day fiancé.
Exactly.
It's a great thing.
You know,
a lot of people should do it.
I personally feel like it's not fair. If we're talking about fairness, that
but fairness.
You could just walk in, right?
Yeah, I know.
Without.
And you get a free hotel room in Manhattan if you claim
asylum. People
asylum.
like me who have gone through the system, we spent thousands of dollars, my guy. Like,
I know.
I could show you receipts. You could ask my
And they
father
get a free
himself.
Delta Airlines flight to any city they want.
And it's like this idea of the American dream, right? Yes, the American dream is slightly flawed, but my parents, we have land. That's something that, you know, my parents are trying to pass that down to us.
Yeah.
Right?
The creator's real. The creator's real.
Right.
Cameroon, I'm happy that you came up here and spoke.
Yeah.
Thank you for having the courage. You're a very smart young man. You got to keep up that positive energy, dude.
How tall are you?
I'm 6'3.5", almost 6'4", you know, in the proper shoes. So I'm a tall man.
What's your favorite team? What's on your
I'm a Dallas
what's
Cowboys fan, so you guys can't call me anti-LGBTQ because obviously I have gay pride. So
who's on your March Madness list?
I don't even know who's gonna win it all this year. Who's the best team in the country? That guy for Duke, that white guy, Cooper Flag. What team? He'd probably win it, and if he's the best player. But I don't know. I haven't been watching. Okay, this guy. You want to debate? You look scary as hell.
I want to.
Yeah.
Speak.
Oh, you're next. Oh, sorry. But you got to debate. You look cool. You look like a Bond villain. You look like a villain from a Bond movie.
Maybe like a
damn. All
henchman or side one.
Say your name, please. I'm Alex. How you doing?
So I'm Daniel.
Daniel.
I've got to ask, you're famously skeptical of the moon landing.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, where are you on the flat Earth?
Yeah, it's not flat because they did a study, or they just did an experiment, excuse me, where they saw the 24-hour sun. But there are some weird anomalies with the heliocentric model, but yeah, it's just provably not flat.
So I got to ask, Trump actually building that wall, is that more or less plausible than the moon landing?
Wait, what's more?
Do you think Trump will actually
I think it's much easier to build a wall than it is to go to the moon, yeah.
But do you think he'll complete it in the 4 years? Because I've been waiting a really long time, and he hasn't truly delivered on that.
It's not just a wall that protects our borders. So Donald Trump's doing whatever he can to get out every illegal immigrant, except for the big booty Latinas. Y'all can stay. But, like, are you legal? Are you illegal?
No.
That's what I'm saying. You got to go. You're about to get Tom Homan. He's going to find you.
Illegal.
Put an air tag on him right now so Tom Homan can track him. And whoever has an air tag. No, I don't believe. Let me see the green card.
Well, no, I'm on the student visa.
Let me see the student visa.
I don't have
Let
my
me see your
passport
papers.
with me.
All right.
Oh, yeah. We can talk after this. I can show you all my documentation.
All right, we need
and
that.
We can talk a bit more. Also, you once said that transgender individuals are the best at mass shootings.
Yes.
But Trump said that he doesn't want transgender people in the military. Don't you think we need some of that?
I agree. We need trans people in the military because they're the meanest people. They're the best at mass shootings. And, they're not afraid to just lay it all on the line. And I think that's actually the best soldier. Yeah, they need their own bathroom.
Really,
they need their own locker room to go number 2 and, whatever else they do.
You should talk to Trump about that.
I have been. And, dude, I'm sick of him. Hey, I don't want him to stop transgenders and women's sports because I can gamble on those transgenders and win money. So I'm sick of all these conservatives trying to ban Leah Thomas. I won so much money, I almost turned draft kings into draft queens. Like, I like these transgenders. When they're competing, I can bet on them and I can win. So yeah, I believe they should be allowed in women's sports.
But what if you had a spec ops team of almost highly trained LGBT soldiers and we send them to Ukraine to help out? If they're that good at shooting,
well, the military did that. We tried to build a gay bomb. Look it up. We were going to build a bomb that turned everybody gay.
Put a stop to Putin if we totally help them with
I know. If we start doing pride parades in this country, yeah, that could probably solve it. We need more drag queen story times in this country, and that will end the war, I believe.
So what other conspiracies do you believe in that you want to elaborate on?
9/11 was a weird one. I think that America had prior knowledge, and they admit that they had prior knowledge. Condoleezza Rice and George Bush said that they were both prepped and warned, and they didn't take the threat serious enough. So I think that we had prior knowledge of 9/11. I think it's pretty big information that not a lot of people talk about.
So who had prior knowledge? Was it like
George Bush?
George
did.
Bush and
yeah,
was
he
it
admitted.
the deep state too?
Well, I guess, yeah. I mean, I guess you'd have to say multiple people had that information if he got briefed on it. So somebody had to brief him on it. So somebody had that information.
So did they coordinate it, or did you just let Al Qaeda do it? Did they coordinate it, or did they just let Al Qaeda?
Well, are you familiar with the Mujahideen?
Yeah.
So we created the Mujahideen to fight a proxy war with Russia, and Osama bin Laden was a CIA asset that we actually paid money to and funded. So we accidentally created Al Qaeda that did 9/11. So in that sense, we also are responsible for 9/11. Okay, that's enough. Get out of here. That's six in a row. That's six in a row. That's 6 in a row. All right, yes, you're next.
All right, hi, how's it going? I wanted to at least talk about your point. Yeah.
Which point?
That's God. I wanted to talk about your point about deporting illegal immigrants.
Yes.
I would like to hear you talk first.
I would say that we have to deport all illegal immigrants except for the big booty Latinas. If you're a 9, you're fine. You get to stay. So.
Yeah, but why?
Because they're beautiful and they.
The main point.
Well,
why would you want to deport illegal immigrants?
Oh, because we have a 2-tier justice system. If you and I don't know if you're legal or not, but I'm saying if you are a legal citizen, you get held to a higher standard than an illegal immigrant that commits a crime because they can get deported. See, when I commit a crime, I don't get to get deported to my home country. So there's a 2-tier justice system. So that's why I don't like it, because there's different rules for different people. When if you come to America, you should have to follow the same rules. And the fact that they don't have to pay taxes, yet I have to pay taxes, and then they get social services when there's vets that are struggling. So yeah, I don't like it that there's illegal immigrants that are getting free hotel rooms in Manhattan when Americans are barely able to make ends meet. So yeah, I don't want illegal immigration taking social services from American citizens.
Well, I have a lot of refutations to certain points you just said. Overall, I would assume that illegal immigrants are a net positive in society.
How is that?
Well, you said, first of all, that they don't pay taxes, right?
Okay.
But yet, it's not possible to escape stuff like property tax, sales tax, all these kind of taxes. I think it was the, it wasn't an NIJ, it was the OTEP. Yeah. It was something about some economic tax reform. They said that illegal immigrants commit almost up to $98 billion worth of, taxes every single year. That's a very substantial amount.
I'd like to know how many social services that they take from American citizens or from veterans.
Do you think that the average illegal immigrant would even, be there whenever a social service happens? I mean,
yeah, because when I go to speak at the city all the time, when you go to the social service offices and you look, it's all Hispanic people.
So why do you think our governments are letting in all these illegal immigrants then?
Because they want to turn our country into a liberal nightmare, and they know that Hispanic people are so easily influenced that they'll just vote liberal and they won't actually look into it.
Hispanic people very much majority vote the right. So that doesn't really make much sense, does it?
Well, that's not actually true. In places like New York and in certain areas like Miami,
but I'm talking about overall, not specific areas.
I wouldn't say that. Trump did get more Latino votes this past year, but I still think that people that know that they came here illegally and got a free handout, they'll still be favorable to the liberals.
You say they came here illegally and they got a free handout. I mean, what jobs are these people, illegal immigrants, primarily taking up?
What do you mean, what jobs?
Are they coming here and just becoming CEOs immediately? Are they coming here and working, lavish?
That's the problem is that they can't get jobs, so they get free handouts from the government.
No, they don't. They take up menial and lower class jobs, and they're very much contributing towards the economy.
And they go get free health care.
Exactly, they do get food stamps and stuff like that, but they're also taking up, a majority of the very hard and tougher jobs out there.
Oh, so you don't think anybody would work those jobs? You don't think anybody would put on a roof if there was no illegal immigrants?
This is why I said it's a net positive for society, right? If these people are going and they're taking up jobs...
No, it's not a net positive. So like Laken Riley, when Laken Riley was murdered and raped by an illegal immigrant, was that a net positive for society?
Man. That's true.
How is that a straw man? How is that a straw man?
Because you're talking about one...
Yeah, well, do you think there's only one rapist? There's only one illegal immigrant that's raped and killed somebody?
Was that what I was insinuating?
I'm just saying, but there's only one illegal...
Was that what I was insinuating?
So if one illegal immigrant comes here and rapes an American citizen, that's one too many. That's one too many. Oh,
according to the NIJ...
You're on the rapist side? Let's hear this. Yeah, let's hear you defend a rapist.
Oh, of course.
Oh, that's false. Give me a break. That's
okay, well, according to the NIJ, right, you're talking about crime is the problem.
You can come next. Hold on. Let him go.
Because you can argue about the economic, problems whenever it comes to illegal immigrants. Kind of peter towards crime, right? When you're saying that illegal immigrants commit more crime, than citizens and stuff like that, that's actually not true.
That is true, because as soon as you come here illegally, you're committing a crime.
Let me get my source.
You commit a crime as soon as you come here illegally.
Other than that, sure.
That is a crime.
Yeah. I mean, that's a
crime.
I know, but is that what we're talking about here?
So every illegal immigrant is a
When
criminal.
yeah, violent crimes. How about that? According to the NIJ, the National Institution of Justice, they say that illegal immigrants are half as likely to commit crimes as natural-born citizens. They're 4 times less likely to commit crimes, like whether it comes to property and stuff like that, and 2.5 less, it's like the division of 2.5 times less likely to commit drug-related crimes. So, in all aspects, they're actually committing less crime than natural-born citizens.
That's not true at all.
I just said the National Institution of Justice. What's your source?
First of all, you guys can give me a bunch of fake stats. If you're an illegal immigrant, you come here illegally.
Anyone
you're
can
a
go ahead and
criminal.
search up the National Institution of Justice. I'm sure you'll cut that part out.
I don't want people like Lincoln Riley that was on a college campus at the University of Georgia getting raped by an illegal immigrant. So maybe if we had a stronger border, maybe she wouldn't have been raped on a college campus, basically. So yeah.
Why do you keep on going back to that?
Well, there's been multiple people. Jocelyn Morenos was raped and murdered.
Whenever you're debating someone, right? You can talk about each individual specific case, but that's not really an effective way to talk about something.
George Floyd wasn't effective. George Floyd wasn't effective.
What does George Floyd have to do with this? That's a straw man.
So it only takes one thing. It's not a straw man. I'm just saying you're trying to say that one issue cannot be effective.
Your problem with your debating style is that you're going into specific arguments and stuff like that right now, right?
Well, you lost a debate. That's why he can't debate that specific argument.
But I'm talking about
stats.
I'm talking about facts
Once again,
over feelings.
7-0. The debate king, the king of debating, the pimp on a blam, the pimp on a blam.
This part where you had to bring up your feelings because you didn't have any stats to back you up.
We don't care. Nobody cares about your feelings. Why don't you talk?
Hey, you have to go back to her because you're too scared to talk to me.
No, I thought you, dude, I've been crushing you. Lincoln Riley
But do you have any statistics that counter the statistics that I brought up?
One woman got raped and murdered by an illegal immigrant, so that's one too many illegal immigrants. Yeah, maybe if we actually had a stronger border, she would still be here today.
Let's say hypothetically,
you're so smart.
right?
No, let's not say hypothetically. Let's talk about what actually happened. An illegal immigrant raped somebody, and I'm trying to stop that, and Donald Trump's
raising
trying to
your
stop
voice
that.
doesn't make you win the argument. Talking over someone doesn't make you win the argument.
This guy's defending a rapist, so we already won it.
You deny facts over it.
We won
facts
the
over
argument.
feelings.
We won the argument. Okay, who's next?
Knock off Charlie Kirt.
Who's next? Pimp on a blimp. I am Charlie Kirt. You got crushed. Come on down. Yes, sir. Come on down.
Next. Hey. I just wanted to address the point of Zelensky as a baby. As somebody who was adopted from Ukraine, would you say, because I was, would you say that a president who is currently commanding his army, do you think that president is a baby?
Yeah, 100%. Because you know why? If he was commanding his army, why is he on the cover of Vogue magazine? If he's commanding his army, why is he speaking at the Grammys? If he's commanding his army, why does he only have one outfit? If he's commanding his army, why can't he even wear a suit when he's having the most important meeting of his life? Because if he actually cared about his country, he would do whatever it took to protect people's lives. But I said this earlier, and I'll say it again. If you actually have family that are still in Ukraine, they've probably left. All the women are gone, and all the young men are dying. So the future of his country is looking very bleak. So if he was a good president, if he wasn't a baby, he would be trying to save people's lives in the Ukraine and in Russia instead of letting his country die and hoping to get a handout from the European Union or America. So if he was a real man, he would save people's lives instead of letting them die for a senseless war.
Okay, you realize that he was wearing army fatigues when he was with the president, right? Do you think that's, if you're currently commanding an army, you think that's...
Have you ever seen a United States general? What does a United States general wear? Do they command an army? Do they command an army?
Commanding a uniform.
Yeah, I know, but I'm saying, do they have a formal uniform? Does every officer in the military have a formal uniform?
Okay.
So Ukraine doesn't have formal uniforms, so they're going to try to fight a war. Their military is so boo-boo and backwards. They don't have formal military uniforms for important meetings. So this is like, you're so smart, but their country is so ass backwards that when they're meeting with the president, the most powerful man in the world, he can't even put on a button-up shirt. He's wearing a sweater that looks like he got it from TJ Maxx. So yeah, if he was a real man and he cared about his country, he might put on a formal uniform to have the most important meeting of his life.
I'm sorry, but in my opinion, people who get pressed over this versus when their country is at war, those are the real babies.
Well, all we care about is facts, not feelings here. So you can take your feelings and get them deported and call Tom Homan because those things are out of here.
Really?
Your feelings don't matter here in the debate dome. And the debate dome is about facts. $300 billion, over millions of people dead. For what? So he can go play the piano with his wiener on Ukraine's Got Talent? So I don't think that's funny, and I don't think that's cool. So you supporting that, it just shows you don't care about your own country. And if your country was so great, why don't you go move back there then, if it's so good?
I never said that it was the best country.
Yeah.
Don't put words in my
But
mouth.
it's corrupt. You know it's corrupt. You got.
You think the U.S. isn't corrupt?
Oh, I agree with you on that. Yeah, of course.
Exactly.
Yeah. But
So
Ukraine.
don't bring up corruption.
But
if it
Ukraine's
goes
more
both
corrupt.
ways.
It's easier to corrupt it. You know, it's a much easier. It's much smaller.
Is that what we're arguing about?
Well, I'm just saying. Yeah, Ukraine's even more corrupt than the United States of America. Yes.
What does that have to do with the?
So you got the guy running a corrupt country. He's a baby, dude. He needs to smoke out the corruption, stop the corruption, not enable the corruption.
So what's more important right now, corruption or war?
Well, it's both. They're hand in hand. But being corrupt is
No,
why
they
they're in a
aren't.
war. First of all, they both need to stop. I'm not even trying to just say Putin's some great guy because that's not my opinion either. But my point is, if both presidents cared about their citizens, they would come to an agreement. If they're arguing about the Donbass region, and there's important minerals that are in Ukraine that we have to do business with them. So they know that. So that's why they're fighting this proxy war. And they're basically...
okay, but the minerals only came after years of the war already being fought.
Well, I'm just saying those minerals are important. So Ukraine is important to us. So let's not act like it's not important to just us and Europe. So that's the harsh reality in this situation is that Russia wants to take over Ukraine. There's parts of it they want, and there's parts that we basically want. So we're just going to have to come to an agreement that the Donbass region is going to be autonomous.
So why is it okay to split up Ukraine over us wanting minerals?
Well, it's not okay. But so, hey, life's not fair, buddy. Buckle up, Buttercup. That's
Here's
it.
the thing about
Life's
world
not
leaders,
fair. Yeah.
They have to make it fair for everybody.
No, that's
a
not.
big
Nobody's.
point.
No, you were not promised a rose garden, bud. Nothing when you come into this world is supposed to be fair. You're not guaranteed
You're supposed
that.
to make the world better for your citizens, right? As a president.
He's not making it better
As
for
a
their
leader?
citizens by having them get killed and having all the women move out of your country. That's not making it better.
Fortunately, they have to have a country to return to, right?
They don't even have a country to return basically to now. I mean, they have no future. All the women are gone and all the men are dying. I mean, I think it's like over 500,000 Ukrainians are dead, over 1 million Russians, almost 2 million people dead total. I mean, that's a lot of people. It's a lot of people dead.
Okay.
It's a lot of blood on his hands.
Here's a question. If China invaded the U.S. and the European Union said, well, we should just give up like our mineral rights, right? And half of our country, or a good portion of it, would you be okay with that?
Well, China's already invaded us through TikTok. Boom, I won.
No,
4
you
debates in a
haven't.
row. Yes, yes.
You're an idiot.
I'm an idiot?
Yeah. If you think that's a valid point, TikTok already invaded us through TikTok.
Okay, first of all, listen here, Michael Strahan.
the same
Listen,
thing as a
Ukraine,
fucking war.
in Ukraine, let's not be rude. You're gonna call me an idiot. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna call you like a bucktooth jackass. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna be nice because you're a nice young man. You're confused. You're trying to virtue signal for Ukraine when Ukraine has turned your back on you. Why did you get adopted and come to America? Why didn't your family stay
I
in
got
Ukraine?
adopted long ago when I was 2.5.
I know, but why didn't you stay in the Ukraine?
Because I was 2.5, you idiot.
I'm not an idiot. Your
Yeah.
parents, why didn't they keep you? Like, what happened? Did your mom get sick? Were you an orphan? What happened?
I don't know.
So you have no
contact
idea?
with my birth parents.
And so you still like
What
that
is
country?
How is that relevant?
Well, it's just kind
to
of sad
topic?
that, I mean,
It's
I'm
not.
happy your parents didn't get you
Hey,
aborted,
didn't you
though,
say
so that's
facts
good.
don't care about your feelings or
Yeah,
something
we're
like
here
that?
about facts.
So then why are you talking about me being sad?
Well,
That's
because
for
you're
your
emotionally
feelings, right?
connected because you're adopted from there. But I'm just saying, if that country is so good, you should have stayed there, but it's not. So that's why you're
did
here.
I have a choice?
Well, you could go back. You could choose that. Yeah. Are you over 18?
Yeah.
Okay, you could go back. So, yeah, you do have a choice.
So, you're telling
Boom.
me I should-
4 in a row. 4 in a row.
You're not at anything.
Yeah, I've dominated you this whole time. Dude,
You
look at those
haven't.
slides with
Your
socks.
idea of
No,
domination
dude, we're not going to
is
do
nothing.
this, dude. What?
Okay,
I
you
can
wanna know
only
why I'm
imagine. Are you on
slides?
antidepressants?
No.
How many times have you been vaccinated, young man?
What?
How many times have you been vaccinated?
Like 3, because I've had COVID. My
But did you have
grandma-
Moderna? You look like you have the Moderna.
How would you know the difference?
Just the way your forehead is kind of enlarged.
Hey, excuse me?
What are you doing? What are
Excuse
you
me?
doing? You want
I'm-
to come up here? Big booty
Excuse
Latinas
me.
are allowed.
I'm talking.
What? Say in the mic. Say in the mic. Say in the mic.
excuse me?
Pretty disrespectful at the end of the day that you're trying to pull personal things and trying to pull roast and stuff and trying to do clickbait. At the end of the day, when you don't have anything intellectual to say, anything that you've said at the end of the day, it's not intellectual whatsoever. You sound dumb. You sound ignorant. Everything that you've possibly said has had no
Well, I don't want you deported. I know you're an illegal immigrant, but I.
American citizen.
Well, let's see your green card. I don't.
Excuse me.
Tom Homan, I think. You have a green card?
I have an.
Yeah. Or do you have a green?
Goddamn business.
It's none of your business.
Well, it is if you're here illegally.
American citizen, so I have the right to come and speak to you. So for you to be able to even possibly try to bring in anything in regards to personal aspects, when in reality you're trying to debate about something like this, it shows to show that you're ignorant.
You have no right to other people's personal information. Why do you think you do?
You're in the debate dome.
That does not give you a right.
Yeah, when I'm the president in this dome, so yeah, Yes.
That's why he comes
I'm the president of the debate dome, so I'm sorry, but that's just a harsh reality.
I don't know how to be a president.
Listen, if it's so good, go back to Ukraine. No, the BBL, come here and argue some more.
1994, U.S. and Ukraine. Look up the Budapest Memorial.
Wait, why do you like Ukraine so much?
Don't listen to him.
Why do you like Ukraine so much? Okay, yes.
Look
Yeah!
Look it
5 and 0! 5 and 0! 5 and 0!
Of Alliance for Security.
Film her. Don't worry about me. Yes, that was great.
I can battle back with you. You should be.
You're the one that wants late-term abortion. Do you not see the absurdity in your statement?
I'm the only normal one here.
Go home! Go home!
Go home! Oh my God, fight! There's a fight! Oh yes, you want some of the smoke? Come on. University of West Georgia Wolf. Say your name, young man.
I'm Tate.
Hey Tate, how you doing? I'm Alex.
I'm doing all right. I'm wondering, why do y'all have so many police every single time y'all come out here?
I mean, have you watched the news? Have you seen what happens at these events? I mean, liberal leftists are freaks. They're on a bunch of different antidepressants, a bunch of different hormones. It makes them impulsive. So oftentimes people that are mentally deranged will do something, you know, impulsive and hurt somebody. So the reason the police are here is to make sure that nothing happens and nobody gets hurt. I think that's common sense. What would you guess? Why do you think the police are here?
Well, personally, I think it's just a weird tactic from y'all. I don't understand it. I've seen
from y'all. What do you mean from y'all?
From TPUSA, because it happens every single time y'all show
up. Yeah,
up.
but the school chooses the cops. I mean, I don't care if cops come, but the school wants it for safety reasons, because there's liberal leftists or abortionists or, you know, pro-Palestinian people that'll come here and you know, start literally hurting people.
Well, so the thing about that is we've tried to do the exact same thing for left-wing groups on campus, where we ask for police support to come out for that. And they tell us that the campus can't just provide us police. We have to privately pay.
Yeah, we do have to pay
level.
for it, but I'm saying the school makes us pay for it, just like they're trying to make your organization pay for it.
Right. So you're choosing to have a large body of police presence here every single time you come out here.
No, the school is choosing that. We're just following whatever requirements they have so we can do it. It's not we're not going to say, oh, we need 1,000 cops to come here. It's the school saying, if you want to come to our university, you have to have this many officers. It's not my idea.
They don't say that for any of the other groups that come here with speakers.
You literally just said that they said it for your group, that if you want to have a meeting for a leftist group, that you have to have a bunch of cops. You literally just said that.
No, I said that if we want to have cops at a left-wing group, we have to pay for them.
And we have to pay for them here too.
Yeah, and so we held our event without police. You're actively choosing to pay to have a large-scale police presence here.
Because the school asked us to do so, that's why.
So you're saying that the school imposed on you the rule to have police here?
Yes. We have to have security here at these events. Yes.
But we don't have to have security at any of the other events?
Probably not. I don't know. I don't know do I know about every other event that happens on campus? I know about my event, and I understand that at my events I've been attacked, had hot coffee thrown at me, I've had all kinds of terrible things happen to me. So at my events, because I'm Primetime 99 Alex Stein, I'm a little controversial, and people actually know who I am, unlike, you know, your events where nobody knows, nobody goes. I'm just saying it's different. So they have to have a little security in place. It's not that. I don't understand how this concept is so hard for you to understand. That's what I'm confused about.
Oh, so what I'm trying to get at is
why are you worried about the cops? You're not trying to kill me, are you?
No, I'm not trying to kill you. I'm trying to say that there's a large number of students who feel unsafe and intimidated by having a large police presence.
So you're telling me more cops make you feel more unsafe?
Yes. Because cops are a tool of violence.
You got to be kidding me.
Yeah.
What do you think is going to happen? Do you think these cops are just going to pull out their gun and start shooting you?
I'm not saying that that's necessarily going to happen, but I'm saying they're an intimidation tactic because they're an inherently violent institution.
So you're scared. So you admit that you're scared.
I'm not scared. I'm saying that I'm speaking on behalf of other students who are
Are you scared? You just said that they're intimidating and that they're scary, but you're not scared?
Well, if you would let me finish my sentence.
I'll let you finish. Yeah.
I'm not scared. I'm speaking on behalf of other students who have told me that they are scared.
Okay, well, they need to grow up, and this is the real world. They need to be an adult, so this isn't high school. We're not here to babysit you. There's going to be cops in the real world. I'm going to tell you this. You're going to have to interact with cops. That's life. So you don't need to be scared of cops. You need to be an adult and realize that cops are here to do their job and they're here to serve and protect. Okay, so it's not that hard of a concept to understand. I like this one. She looks angry. She looks grumpy as heck. How you doing, ma'am? I'm Alex. What's your name?
My name is April. I'm 10 years older than you are.
Okay.
Trans people have just as many rights as anybody else. If you don't believe...
No, I agree. I'm just saying there's no
Are you going to let me talk, or are you going to talk over me? If you're going to talk over me, then there's no point for you to even be here, because this is not... Yeah. See? I can battle back with you.
Scared.
You should be. Because you are violating people's freedom of speech.
Oh
hush. When? Yeah, you are not worth crying over.
You're speaking for free right now. How am I violating your First Amendment right, ma'am?
Because you are speaking over me. You're not allowing me to speak.
Okay, well, first of all, I'm not the government, so I'm not the one that gives you your First Amendment right. And second of all, you can speak. Go speak. You're allowed to speak.
Anyways, trans people have as many rights as anybody else.
Yes, they do. They do.
So why are you here? Why are you here speaking
trans people are
against
saying
it?
that they don't have the same amount of rights. They have the exact same amount of rights as us. They say trans rights matter. Trans rights matter. We have the same rights. We have the same. A trans person has the same rights as a straight person, as a gay person. So that's why it doesn't matter. That's why all this trans stuff is stupid. It's dumb.
You are stupid, and
Okay.
you are dumb.
Okay. Well, so are you. So are you.
No.
Okay. That's why you got 2 pairs of glasses on your head, and you're over here crying about transgender stuff, wearing that
I'm
shirt.
not crying over nothing because you're not worth it.
Okay. All right.
One pair's a pair of sunglasses. The other pair's a pair of glasses
Okay.
that
Listen,
are
I'm not here to
prescription.
make fun of how you look. I'm just saying you're here to.
I don't
defend
care if you
transgenders.
make fun of me or not.
I'm not here.
I'm a breast cancer survivor that's had a mastectomy, 8 years cancer-free
And how bad was
yesterday.
that mastectomy? No, I'm congratulations. But how bad was that mastectomy? Wasn't it very challenging and difficult for you to get that?
I became a stronger person. I am much more independent. I am willing to fight against breast cancer.
Do you think that would be a good thing for a child to go through that?
If they had cancer, yes,
No, I'm
get
talking
it
about
out
not
of
if
their
they had
body.
cancer, not if they had cancer. If they had gender dysphoria, do you think it would be good for a little girl that wants to be a boy to go through the same mastectomy that you went through with your breast cancer? Because you know it was challenging. You know you cried. You know how hard it was when they cut your breast off and how emotionally tough that was. So would you want a little kid to go through that same emotional burden that you went through?
You are assuming that I cried. I didn't cry.
Oh, you were happy you got a mastectomy?
Yes.
You were happy that you got a mastectomy?
Do you think that I want to die from breast cancer?
Okay. So you
no.
were happy about it. It was a good thing when you got your mastectomy. It was a positive event.
It was a healing thing.
You weren't
and
sad.
that's what it is for when people go through transgender surgery. It's a healing thing because what's better?
It's
for
not
them to
healing
commit
when they
suicide and die because they can't handle the fact that nobody likes them, or for them to become happy in their own self and be able to logically and be comfortable in who they want to be.
Ma'am, trans people have the highest rate of suicide out of every other group.
Yes, because they're not accepted by people like you.
Not because of me. It's my fault.
It
That's
is
why kids
because
are killing
it is
themselves. Give me a
because of
break.
you
guys are
and
actually
other people that
retarded.
have similar views that you do.
So that's why they kill themselves?
Yes.
Okay.
Because
They
you
kill
are
themselves
so
because they're
controlling.
mentally ill. Do you understand that?
No,
if you
they're
get a
mentally
gun
ill
and you blow
because of
brains
your
out,
viewpoints.
You're mentally ill.
No, they're not mentally ill.
Yes, they are. Yes, if you have gender dysphoria, that's a mental illness.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is, ma'am.
No.
Yes, it is a gender. Ma'am.
Do you have children? Do you have anybody in your life
Gender
that is
dysphoria
transgender?
is a mental illness.
No, it's not.
Okay.
You and your ideals is a mental illness.
Boom, roasted. Wow, look at that. I like that. All right, who's next? Who wants some of that? This is what I don't understand. It's like we're sitting here and you're getting so emotional and getting mad. Yeah, I mean, you are mad. It's fine. How am I an asshole? Because I don't want little kids to get mastectomies and go through what you went through with your mastectomy, how horrible that was, and how challenging that was.
Assuming that it was horrible. It was healing.
Okay, when you cut off a person's breast, I'm sure, did it cause any pain? Was it painful?
No, because I had.
Oh, was it painful? Oh, because you're on Dilaudid. So let's give a bunch of kids Dilaudid. Is that good? Is that good? You want to get a bunch of kids on a bunch of opiates? Yeah.
It helps.
You're probably still on Dilaudid, probably. All right, who wants to smoke?
All right, I actually do want to talk about something this time.
Okay.
What do you think about abortion? What's your thoughts?
Abortion is disgusting. It's murder.
Do you really think so?
Abortion is murder. Yes, I know so. And I see the African Americans bemoaning their screeches. Yet it was Margaret Sanger who put Planned Parenthood in the African American communities to try to stop to try to create a eugenics program to stop black people from procreating. That's a fact. Margaret Sanger literally created Planned Parenthood to stop young black people from having babies. So abortion's murder. It's sick. We've been indoctrinated to think that it's more important to kill a baby and be dead than it is to grow up and be poor. And that's what they'll say. They'll say, oh, who's going to take care of these babies? They're going to be poor. Well, let me tell you something. I'd rather be poor than dead. Okay, so I think a baby would rather have a fighting chance with no money in their bank account, starting out with zero, than never having to start at all.
Well, no, I feel like we should have that option. Me personally, I don't believe in abortion, but I also don't think that option shouldn't be given to other people who think differently. In my opinion, the abortion topic is very opinion based. You can't really come to a consensus. So I think the best option is to have, I'm gonna say something crazy, 9-month abortion periods.
You want late-term abortion?
Yes.
You're sicko. You're a sicko, dude.
I don't
you
think
want to kill a 9-month-old baby?
I wouldn't kill a 9-month baby, but I don't think that happens enough to warrant a
listen, no, it does happen because a boy and girl will break up, and the girl will get the abortion to get back at the man. Dude, if late-term abortion is legal, people will do it, and they're killing a infant that could even live on the outside of the womb. A lot of abortion debaters, they say, well, it can't live outside the womb, so it's not a living, human. But it's like a 9-month-old baby could. There's premature babies born, 5 months, 6 months that live outside the womb. So 9 months, yeah, the baby could very easily live, and that's a living thing, and that's disgusting, and that's murder.
I'm not trying to vilify you in any way.
Vilify me. I don't care.
Well, you Republican sickos want to force the law onto everybody else.
Yeah.
When we all just want to kind of do our own thing. If abortion is legal, then hey, you don't have to get an abortion. You can hit your girl and tell her that she can't get an abortion.
Yeah, but I have no control. See, that's why it's scary, dude. Imagine I do get my girlfriend pregnant and I don't want her to kill my baby. I would have no control over that.
Well, you had sex, buddy. You had sex.
No,
Deal with it.
What I'm saying is,
liberal owned, buddy.
I wouldn't want my girlfriend. I would have no legal authority to stop my girlfriend from killing my baby. So I want to have the baby. So
but you had sex. You knew that. You knew that going in.
I had sex and I want to have the baby.
Oh, I know I'm going to have this baby, but I don't give a fuck. That's what you said, dude.
I'm saying I want to have a baby. I wouldn't want a state where my wife or girlfriend can get an abortion behind my back.
But you knew that baby was going to come out your wife's pussy. Why didn't you think that's her baby?
It's my baby too if I made it.
No, but she's carrying it. I don't see
it. Takes two people to make a baby. Bud.
It takes two people to make a baby. It takes one person to keep it inside the womb and make it living. If she's carrying this baby and wants to have this abortion, I feel like she has the right to, because she's carrying this. This is her burden to bear. This is her cross. And if you know what, she doesn't want to carry that cross no more, then she doesn't have to. It doesn't make her a good person though.
Yeah, it makes her a bad person. So
no, it doesn't make her a bad person either. But it doesn't make her a good person.
Yeah. Abortion is bad, dude. You know that. And now we live in a society where these girls are going on TikTok and they're TikToking their abortion. So listen, I'm just telling you
and you know that.
That's what?
That's for clout. You do.
That's what I'm saying.
But you go on the internet and you make wild out there statements. Why can't women make wild out there videos about aborting their
babies dying, dude? I don't make videos of babies dying.
Well, you make fun of people calling them retarded and queer on campuses on their own. You come to people's campuses and call them retarded and queer. Do you not see?
There's a lot of retarded queer people on these campuses.
Do you not see the absurdity of your statement?
Dude, you're the one that wants late-term abortion. Do you not see the absurdity in your statement?
I'm the only normal one here.
This guy's retarded. But I like that.
Kendall?
Kendall, how you doing, Kendall?
I'm great.
What would you like to discuss or debate?
I mean, so I heard you say earlier that with life now, we're all like avatars. We can all like choose.
I'm saying we have control of our own lives. Like people that want to play a victim and say that Donald Trump owns your vagina or wants to blame politicians for the reason that they're not successful in life. It's not their fault. It's your fault that you're not successful.
Okay, so like you said, we all get to like make our own choices. I didn't choose to be black, and I'm pretty sure like y'all didn't choose to be black either. Like you think I was in the womb, and I was like, let me choose oppression, and like come out. So, and you said we could debate anything. You said
we can
talk
debate
about,
anything.
Yeah. So I want to know what's your standpoint on Black Lives Matter?
Would you have chosen to be black? You sound like you're
I love being black.
Oh, you do? It doesn't sound like it. It sounds like you're sad about being black.
No, I love being black.
It sounds like you're constantly being
I'm black and I'm beautiful. Thank
Yeah.
you.
I agree.
I'm black and I'm beautiful. Thank you.
I know, but you came here and said you're oppressed and all.
We are. We're extremely oppressed. We're black, we're beautiful, and you know what we do? We take the situation we've been put in and we have thrived. And not only have we thrived, we have created this country to thrive.
Well, why do so many black women have babies out of wedlock? Why is that?
Me personally, I can't speak too much about that.
So you don't think that happens in the black community?
That does happen in the black community.
So why do you let black men take advantage of black women like that? Just get them pregnant and run off. Is that good?
First of all, I'm not saying that is a good thing. And me personally, I would... Right, and that's not something that just happens in the black community. I know tons of unmarried white women who have no ring, whose boyfriends virtually hate them, whose parents told them, you know what, you're going to have this baby and y'all are going to sit here and y'all are going to raise it. So while that does happen in the black community, and that is not something that we sit here and that we completely sweep under the rug as what is noticed in your community from my personal experience. But what I will say is, I personally believe that we don't have to sit here and say that black men disrespect black women by just getting why is in your perspective that black men are constantly disrespecting black women?
Because the amount of children that come from a two-family home in the black community is much less in the Asian community, much less in the white community. So why is that? Why, much less in the Latino community? Why are black people not staying with these black women? Why is that? Why are black women letting black men take advantage of them? I don't want that to continue to happen. I want black women to stand up and not just have the guys, get them pregnant and then run off or have 10 different babies with 10 different baby mamas. That's not a good system. That's not a good world to live in. Is that what you want to live in?
Why can't you say the mother of our children rather than baby mama?
Because that's what it is, a baby mama. I mean, come on. Listen, we're not going to sit here and try to be proper and all this stuff. I'm sitting here to try to debate, and I'm just trying to tell you the honest truth is that, listen, we do live in a world where being black, you could use every excuse in the book. You could say you're oppressed, this and that, but there's a lot of very successful black people that did not use that excuse. And for every successful black person that didn't use that excuse, you should look at them. You should say, why didn't they use an excuse to be a victim? Why are they successful? And we should emulate what they're doing, because there's a lot of successful black people in this country. So, yeah.
There's a lot of successful black people in this country, and there are a lot of black people in this country who are
they
successful.
They overcome the oppression.
They've overcome the oppression, and at the same time.
So can you overcome it?
I believe that I can.
I do too.
I 100%
I believe every black person can.
Yeah, and as do I. But what you're saying is, you say that we use everything as an excuse. I'm not saying that I walk around talking about, oh, woe is me, I'm black, and that's why I don't.
You did at the beginning.
No. I said that we are
within the first. Well, here we'll debate you too, but within the first 10 seconds, you're talking about oppression.
We are extremely oppressed. Let me tell you right now.
You look like you're not oppressed at all. You're like on a college campus. You got some Uggs on.
I was raised beautifully by two married black parents that love me so much.
So you had a great two-family home.
What I'm gonna sit here and say is, you know good and well, if this was a Black Lives Matter rally, these police officers would be trying to shut this down rather than around you trying to protect you.
Why is that? Why
because they don't want us to speak our truth. This country was built off the backs
of
black individuals.
Well, then, okay. First of all, then why black people? They are 14% of the population or a little less. Why do they commit over 50% of the violent crimes? Why is that?
I'm not a thesaurus. I'm not an encyclopedia. I'm not saying I'm CNN. I'm not Fox News. I don't know all of those things exactly. But what I do know is I am a black person in this country, and there are so many opportunities that I personally know that that I cannot get, that a white person is going to be more likely to get, or if I would like to get said up.
Wait, tell me what?
Can I finish my statement?
Please finish. But
can I please finish my statement?
But yes, sorry.
But there are other opportunities that I have to gentrify myself in order to become more presentable or more palatable for the white community. There are certain things that I know growing up my hair. My hair is different. And up until very recently, there were certain laws that allowed for me to be discriminated against because I could not do certain things with my hair, or I could not get certain jobs with my hair. There are certain jobs that I would not have been able to get if I wore my natural curly afro into work. But there are now laws such as the Crown Act that allow for employers to not be able to fire or cause disciplinary action towards their employees. There's even the certain way that I speak. I'm making sure right now when I'm speaking to you that I am enunciating perfectly, that I am not using any kind of slang towards you, because I want you
should, but go ahead. I mean, you can use
I
slang.
want you to think that I am palatable and I'm not coming at you aggressively.
Yeah. You're not. No, you're being great.
Do you
You're being
understand?
nice.
Like,
Yeah,
I just want you to understand, but I'm making sure that I do that in order so that way you don't see me as that stereotype as an aggressive Black woman.
Yeah, but why is that stereotype? Why does that stereotype exist?
Because everyone thinks that we are always angry.
What about immigration? See, it's funny in Georgia, like I'm from Texas, and everywhere you go, it's Mexicans, because it's Texas, right? It's always
Okay.
been before, my whole life. And I love Mexicans. Like everybody in the conservative space, they want to deport illegal immigrants. And I actually disagree. I feel like if you're a big booty Latina, you get to stay in this country. All big booty Latinas get to stay, regardless of your immigration status. You get to stay. Now, if you're a guy, you got to go. All right, we don't have any room for cartel members, MS-13, Trinidad Ruga. You guys can go, but your big booty Latina ladies, because if any of you guys come to my house, any of you ICE, if you're watching this ICE, and you try to touch my housekeeper Juanita, I will kill you. Sorry about that. Sorry, I'm gonna bleep that out. Editor.
And you said you support Trump.
I like Trump. Yeah.
You think trans rights don't matter.
Yeah.
You think there's only two genders.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I know you agree with that.
No, I don't.
You
but
don't?
no, but you don't care what I think.
No, I do. But why is the Black community so mean to other gay Black men?
I'm not mean to gay Black men.
Yeah, but why-
Ask them.
I know, but
I don't know.
Why do gay Black men feel like they have to be down low? Why is that?
Ask them. I don't know. Ask them. I don't.
I wonder
I'm
why.
not.
I know. Is it maybe because there's a social stigma within the Black community that being gay is not accepted? Do you think white people accept homosexuality or gay people? I mean, let me ask you this: do Black people or white people accept homosexuality more?
Neither.
Neither accept it.
No.
Oh, really?
But Black people are more likely to get over it. White people
Get over it? Black people get more mad about gay people. Are you kidding?
Not my family, so I don't know about
Oh,
my family's
come
cool.
on. You
They don't
know
care.
that. You know in the Black community you have to be down low.
But
You
I'm
know
not
that.
the voice. I'm not. I've never been down low a day in my
Are
life.
you a lesbian?
No.
See how you shake your head though? You're like, no, I'm not a lesbian.
I didn't shake my head like that. I'm
Yeah,
bisexual.
you did. Like, you're bisexual?
Yes.
Wow. Somebody get her number. Shout out to.
I have a boyfriend.
What, do you have a boyfriend?
Yes, I have a boyfriend.
But you like girls too? What does he say about that?
He doesn't care.
He doesn't care at all? So you're like Katy Perry. You kissed a girl and you like it, but you're not full.
That's not how that works.
Do you believe she went to space? You know she didn't go to space.
I don't really care that she went to
She just went high up in the sky,
But you-
came down, she went
okay.
to space. I like
Do
she's
you
in space.
Do you see how you're changing the subject?
No, I'll talk
to
about
what we're
gay stuff. No, I'll talk about
you're
gay
not
stuff.
talking about.
Oh,
You're
I'm talking about lesbians.
space.
Katy Perry, I kissed a girl and I like it. And in
Katy
space,
Perry's
she's just
not
in
a
space.
lesbian.
She kissed a girl and she likes it, that makes you gay. If you kiss a girl and you like it, you're gay.
I guess so.
Yeah,
I
see,
guess
you
so.
agree.
I'm gay as hell.
Damn, I won debate one. There you
No,
go.
You didn't win no debate.
The biggest debate of the
You
day,
didn't
I
win
won it.
No debate. I'll tell you that much. You
Well,
didn't
she
win
kissed
no
a girl and she liked it, so that's gay.
Yes, I guess so.
Okay, we agree. So, okay, I won that
Have
one.
you kissed a girl and you liked it?
Yeah, but I'm not gay. I
No,
kiss
but
my
that
girlfriend
is
every day.
gay. But that is gay. You just said it.
I'm saying, if you a
If you-
girl and you
you
kiss a
just
girl
said
and you
it.
like
You
it.
just said it. You just said
Okay,
okay.
well, I agree. I
Okay.
agree. Then I'm gay. All right, I'm gay.
Good.
All right, I'm gay.
Okay, good.
As a gay man on this campus, my opinion is more important. So,
Yes. Because no, actually, it's not.
yes, it
because
is. It is more important. Yes, and I'm white, so it's definitely more important.
No.
The gay white
That
men are the
actually-
most powerful men in the world.
Donald Trump is no.
Yes, they
No.
are. Adam Schiff, all these gay guys.
No.
Justin Trudeau.
No.
Look at these ladies. Wait, what are they doing? Oh my God, fight!
Got it.
There's a fight! We're grabbing signs! Hey, film this! Film this! Do not steal the signs! Oh, I like this. This is good. This is good. Oh, wow! Thug life.
Literally back up. The sign is gone.
Wow.
Another one.
That was wild. All right, guys, that was fun.
Yeah, Gwen! Give it up for Gwen! She was like a freaking safety, just, cutting them off. That was great. See, guys, this is fun. We're having fun, guys. Honestly, Gwen, she's a superstar. And I'm sorry for your boyfriend because you're cheating on him with other girls.
You want to tell him?
Yeah, your boyfriend's a cuckold. Yeah, where's your boyfriend?
Tell him
Hey, bring your boyfriend down here.
He's in there. He's in
Is your boyfriend's a cuckold letting you cheat on him with little girls?
I didn't know I was cheating on my boyfriend.
Okay, yeah. Well, you're bisexual, so I'm sure you're doing all kinds of stuff.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I'm getting orgies with girls all the time.
Yeah, that's disgusting.
I had an orgy last night. Sure
You had
did.
an orgy last night?
I did.
Yeah. See, that's how sick your brain is. You're having group sex. You're being
Threesomes.
nasty. And that's the world you want to live in. You just want to be a nasty girl and be nasty. And,
Why does it matter what I'm doing, though?
well, if you're an adult, I guess you can do whatever you want, but it's just sad. It's just an embarrassment. Are your parents happy that you had an orgy last night? Is your dad happy you had an orgy? Your dad? Did you say, hey, Dad, I had an orgy last night? Yeah, that's sick.
He's so happy.
Yeah.
He's so
Your
proud.
dad's really proud.
He's so proud.
What do you want to talk about, Ilhan?
Oh, I just heard you say some things about orgies? I don't know. I just
didn't
can't.
say
I just
that.
got
The
you.
last girl saying she had an orgy last night.
Oh.
I've never had an orgy in my life.
So is there like? Do you have a problem with orgies or like?
Do I personally have a problem? Yeah. I mean, I guess they're probably not great. I mean, she's sitting here bragging about it. I was just saying, I don't know if that's something you should brag about, having group sex, I don't think that's healthy. I think that's probably dangerous, just having sex with random partners. I think the rise of venereal diseases out there and the, just the weird world we live in today. I don't think it's safe to have group sex with people.
Did she say that they were random?
I don't know. I don't know the backstory. I'm saying if you're having sex with a group of people, I mean, they're probably more than likely not dating them all, right? You're not like dating.
Well, not dating, but did you say that they were random people, or did she know?
I have no idea who she had the orgy with. I'm not here to debate who she had an orgy with. I'm just saying I think group sex is dangerous and sketchy, and there probably was a stranger in there.
But you think group sex is dangerous and sketchy because you think you should be having sex with strangers. And I agree. I don't think you should have sex with strangers
Okay,
either.
yeah. So we agree.
But if you find people that you've known for a long time that want
if you want to be a sexual degenerate, great. Go ahead. I mean, I can't
what
stop
makes
you.
that sexual
I'm just saying
degeneracy?
that's wrong.
But what makes that sexual degeneracy?
Having group sex?
Yeah.
Because sex is supposed to be about love. You're supposed to have sex with somebody that
Who
you
told
love.
you sex is about love? Who told you that?
Well, I guess you've never felt love. I'm sorry.
Oh, I felt love.
And how does love feel?
Me and Ray have had conversations multiple
I'm saying,
times.
and love feels good, right?
Love feels
And when you have
amazing.
sex with somebody that you love, doesn't it feel better?
Oh, yeah.
It does.
Having sex with
I wonder
somebody
why
that
that
you
is.
love
I wonder
often
why that
feels
is.
much better because there is already that established emotional connection. But having sex for the simple purpose of having sex and having pleasure also feels really good
Yeah, but
because
can-
you're still attaining that goal.
Of course, yes. There's pleasure with sex. I agree. But after you have sex with people, are there problems after that? Are there?
I mean, if you continue to talk to them,
Exactly right. Exactly right. I'm just saying it's not as easy.
but it's not as easy as like being a friend because I can have friends that I have issues with without having sex with them. If I have sex with Ray right now and I never talk to him again, we're not gonna have any issues.
You don't know that. You don't know that.
I do know that
Having
because I'll
sex
never talk to him
complicates-
again.
Having sex complicates things.
But I'll never talk to him again. So what's the problem?
I just don't think it's good to have sex with strangers. I think it's dangerous.
Well,
I mean, that's my
is
personal
that-
opinion.
it's
You
your
want to have
personal
sex with all these strangers, go blast all these strangers. I don't care. I mean, you can be a big whore or whatever. I mean, that's your prerogative.
Yeah, and I
You
am.
can be proud.
I have no
You're
problem.
proud to be.
What's up, babe?
But,
am I too?
well, it's good, but you're saying you're proud to be a whore?
Yes.
Come on, you know
Yes!
your mom, your grandmother.
My
What if your
mom knows
grandmother
I'm a
heard you
whore.
say
My
that?
grandma knows I'm a whore. My dad knows I'm a whore. What's the fucking problem?
You're kidding. Do you get paid to have sex?
No, I'm not a prostitute. I don't see anything wrong with prostitution.
Oh, that's not the way you just said that. You just said prostitute in a derogatory way. We got you on camera. I'm not a prostitute. Like, you're better than a prostitute. And then immediately you're like, actually, I'm not better.
I would say the same thing. I'm not a nurse. I'm not a cop. I'm not a lawyer. I'm not a freaking
You're-
photographer.
You're a...
I'm a student
and a...
and a whore.
And you know, a lot of you guys say I'm not, I'm anti-LGBTQ. That's not true at all. I'm a Dallas Cowboys fan. So obviously, I have gay pride. I mean, idiots. And like I said, you know, I am conservative, but I have a lot of personal beliefs that aren't necessarily that conservative. Like, I like transgenders in women's sports because we can gamble on the transgenders and win money. You know what I mean? Like, I love it. Like, if I could just get Shaquille O'Neal to put on a dress and go in the WNBA, I'd be rich. I mean, I would just never stop gambling on that. But Leah Thomas, I made a lot of money on Leah Thomas. So You know, and like transgenders in the military, they should be in the military. They should be on the front line because transgenders are the best at mass shootings, guys. They're great. They love getting a gun and just blasting off, you know? So those aren't that conservative positions. So you and I might agree on that. This guy looks badass.
Hey, LeBron or Jordan?
So they used to have this IBM award, and it would just use an algorithm in the 90s before, you know, everything was an algorithm. And actually, David Robinson was the IBM player. Michael Jordan got it twice, but David Robinson got it 5 times. I'm a Michael Jordan head. I like Michael Jordan. I think he's the best. But when I pick the best basketball player, I don't pick it based on, like Shaquille O'Neal. He's one of the best ever, but he was physically dominant, so he kind of used his skills. For me, like if I had to pick the best basketball player, I'd pick like Muggsy Bogues or like Allen Iverson. Because he's 5'4" and you're in the NBA. That means you're the best basketball player. You're not the best overall basketball player, but for your skill set and your size. So, if we're gonna go LeBron, Jordan, I'm going Jordan all day long. Jordan has the best brand, the shoes, and LeBron's a great player. I'm not gonna sit here and say LeBron's not a great player, but he lost to Dirk, and then he needed the refs to beat Dirk the first time. So, the fact that Dirk kind of showed up LeBron, and Dirk's a great player. Don't get me wrong. MJ all the way.
What if you don't have Rodman or Pittman and he's not?
That's true. That's true. If Jordan doesn't have those players, that's true because he lost to the Pistons twice, and he lost to who else did he lose? I mean, he lost his first 5 years in the NBA. So you're right. You're right. If he didn't have, and Scottie Pippen probably doesn't get enough credit. I agree with you on that too.
You think the 2020 election was stolen?
100%. Yeah.
Okay. I will continue this debate with you, but just for the record, I now know that everything you say from this point forward is not serious at all.
It is serious.
If you think that the 2020 election was stolen 5 years later, despite any evidence coming forward.
There's tons of evidence. You know, when
name
it came to,
one
I'll give you right now. Let me talk. So when it came to all 50 states, even the most conservative and even the most liberal, when it came to in-person voting, Donald Trump won all 50 states when it came to in-person voting. When it came to mail-in ballots, right after COVID. We've never had this many mail-in ballots ever. When it comes to mail-in ballots, listen,
we're in the middle of a global pandemic.
Even the most conservative states, Joe Biden won. And then on top of this, he says, oh, Alex, what do you mean you're so dumb? You think it was rigged? Where were the 15 million voters missing from the 2024 election compared to the 2020 election, Einstein? Where did they go? Did they move away from here, or did more people come here in those 4 years? So let me tell you something. The 2020 election, not only was it stolen, but it was the greatest thing ever that it was stolen because it gave us 4 years of how dumb Joe Biden was, and now it makes even people and libtards like you appreciate Donald Trump even more. So listen, them stealing it, which they did, backfired.
Okay, I'm going to assume that you don't actually believe that. I know you are here.
I believe that. It's 100% fact.
There's no way that can be true.
That is true.
Okay, anyways, I would argue that the significant decline in voters in the 2024 election would simply be because a lot of people didn't like either options, and in 2020, a lot of people were motivated because regardless what you think about the pandemic, I also agree that it really shouldn't have been taken that seriously, but I think a lot of people were more motivated by that and wanted a change in administration. But as far as just saying, I don't actually know the numbers on that. I'll take your word for it that maybe Donald Trump won just in-person voting, but that's so far from evidence of mass voter fraud.
Dude,
like,
this is the first election ever where they just had massive mail-in ballots.
That's not proof
so
of voter fraud.
Would you agree that mail-in ballots make it easier to do voter fraud?
How are you positing that voter fraud was committed?
By ballot harvesting. They got all these ballots and filled them out. There's 15 million people less voted in the. How do you not realize that? Why is there such a big discrepancy? Where are those 15 million people?
I just explained it to you.
I truly. You know that's not true, dude. Why don't you come here and debate? You guys are the dumbasses. There's 15 million less people that voted, okay? And that's because they were using mail-in ballots. How old are you? You're like 2 years old.
Wait. Hold on.
I'm in my 30s, dude. Hold on. Oh, you're going to be 30 one day, so you're an ageist, so now you're racist towards older people? So, this is what's sad, is this guy hates older people. Yeah, I go around colleges and try to talk to you, dude, because I'm trying to make the world a better place, unlike you, because you're a libtard. Yeah, I want to try to talk to you. You think I'm a liberal? I can tell you're a liberal. I can tell you're a libtard.
Hold on.
Hey, what's a liberal? What's a liberal?
You.
No, what's a liberal?
I know, just come up here. I know, dude.
Why would I go up there? He doesn't have a microphone. He already
for the video, so we can get some content. Don't you want millions of people to see how stupid you are?
Dude, Dude, you can't define a liberal. Please define a liberal for me.
Dude, this isn't my job to sit here and just, get heckled by some Napoleon Dynamite wannabe. First of all, you know what a liberal is. You know what a liberal is. And you know conservative and liberal. We're not here to just do dictionary difference. I know, but how are you trying to own me?
You are a liberal. You are actually a liberal.
No, I did say that, yeah, technically conservatives would be considered kind of liberal because we want less government. Yeah, if we go to the dictionary definition, I agree with that. But that's not, when I say liberal.
So why are we not using that? So you're going to use.
Yeah, but it's the same reason. It's the same reason that nobody talks about how Lincoln was a conservative. He freed the slaves. Nobody talks about.
No, we do talk about that.
Yeah, not enough people know. Dude, enough people know Republicans freed the slaves. So.
Did you also know that our founding fathers had debates on whether or not wage labor was wage slavery or not? We also had debates on whether or not slavery was, justifiable. Our founding fathers weren't great people. They were people who were in the right position, right time, who made decisions, but a lot of their decisions weren't super great in the long run. And that's why Constitution.
Well, I mean, you could say every decision is not good in the long run. The world changes. I mean, duh. But the Constitution has stood the test of time. So I would say our forefathers were pretty smart, bud. There's an amendment to it. They created amendments to it so we could fix it. I mean, how much more do you want?
Minorities not having full compensation, not compensation, but rights in general.
What rights does a minority have?
What rights do a minority have?
Yeah, what
right to exist without any oppression from an overpowering force. Every single one
What
of
are
us
you
have
talking about? No, seriously, what is he talking about?
I'm talking about all
like you're saying black people. You're saying black people as
laws that extended into the 1960s. Fuck, my high school did not get rid of segregation until the 90s. That is 14 years before I was born. Jesus, dude, this thing did not just disappear after all the Civil Rights Act. It did not disappear after Lincoln fucking signed the Emancipation Proclamation. This shit still exists in the material world, even after we've decided that it's all gone. It's still here.
What? I'm still confused. So what are we arguing? That you're saying
that minorities don't have their full rights, and you're saying
you gotta be kidding! What? Literally, because they're oppressed. They're oppressed. Yes. That's what you're saying. So you don't have rights because who oppresses them?
America. We have
who's America? You're talking about a judge?
Experiment, dude. Have you fucking?
Yeah, I know exactly all about the Tuskegee syphilis experiment. I know. And
Let's talk about the cocaine epidemic in the black communities because the CIA wanted to fucking drop off all these drugs.
I know all about the Iran-Contra.
It's still fucking here. Let's talk about the weapons of mass destruction.
That didn't exist. That did not exist.
Exactly.
There is no weapons of mass. So how does it have to do with oppression of black people?
The government not being entirely transparent.
The government lies about stuff all the time. We agree that the government lies.
Yes.
Yes.
So with that being said, we still have these material conditions that have minorities in oppressed places while having this government say, okay, well, this doesn't exist. I mean, you're implying...
You're saying that the laws are different for minorities.
No, I'm not saying...
You just said that. You said that they don't have the same rights.
I'm saying that the material conditions are not correlated to what the government says is actually happening.
Well, this is one thing that everybody here needs to realize, and I want the whites, the blacks, everybody to remember this. Life is not fair, guys. You don't get born and everything's gonna be fair. You're just gonna get a fair shot. There's gonna be people that work less hard than you that are more successful than you.
My friend, that's called a truism. Yes, we all fucking know it.
Do you know it? Do you know it?
To move forward and make sure that we all live in an egalitarian world where we don't have to worry about this power structure that exists because we live in a material world and we have to develop our consciousness and develop our tools and develop our government and develop our rights. And we're still developing these things.
Yes.
So to say that, let's say trans rights that you have on the sign don't matter, they still matter because we're developing rights for everybody.
That's what I'm saying. That's why it doesn't matter. That we all have the same rights. Trans rights aren't a thing because we all have the same rights.
By saying they
doesn't matter if you're transgender or not. We all have the same amount of rights.
So
black people, white people have the same amount of rights.
No.
Yes, we do.
No, we don't.
You know, what are you talking about? What rights does a black person not have that I have?
It took until the 60s.
I'm talking about right now. What right does a black person not have that I'm afforded? Give me one example of a right that I have that a black person doesn't. Give me one example.
I'll give you. It's not you as an individual, but you as a collective of white people. Let's say your family around you.
You can't even come up with one example.
I'm giving you an example.
Tell me a right that I have that a black person doesn't have right now.
Are we talking about legal right or material right?
Both.
or legal right, technically, there's no difference.
Exactly! Boom! Debate won! Okay. What I'm saying is, when it comes to DEI, there are colleges that lower the threshold for different people of different ethnicities to get in and make it easier. That's a fact. Like that, you don't even have to research that. That's the whole point of DEI. It is.
It's not the whole point of DEI.
When it comes to schools, yes, it is. Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
So you're telling me that every single student, no matter their ethnicity, has the same exact threshold to get into a school?
Yes, and then
oh, really? So there's no. Oh, so
ethnicity pools. Yes.
That's not the case. That's not the case. Oh, at Harvard, an Asian candidate in the 8th highest academic decile had a 5.1% chance of admittance compared to 7.5% for white, 22.9% for Hispanic, and 44.5% for black applicants per the brief. So it's that much easier to get in. 44%.
Admission statistics. Oh, hold on. We'll read it out.
Yeah, you're wrong. You guys are retarded. You guys don't even know how to read.
All right. Admission statistics for race and ethnicity. For African American and black, this is 2024, 14%. Asian American, 37%. Hispanic or Latino, 16%. Native American, 1%. And Native Hawaiian or others.
That's just the population breakdown of the school. That's not.
This is the admissions for 2024.
Yeah, that has nothing to do with what I give you. I'm talking about when a black person is in the 8th percentile. Yeah, because you have a retarded black guy that can't read. If this is the study that I read, if a black person and an Asian person are in the same level of academia and they have the same standardized test scores, that literally black people get let in at 44% compared to 5% of Asian people. So that stat is just a different admittance number. That's not based on the same having the same academic record, that it is much easier for a black person to get into that same school than an Asian person. I'm right, you're wrong. Here we go, now we got a lesbian. Come here, what's up?
Not a lesbian, fuck you. Anyways.
Could have fooled me,
That the population has risen since ancient Greece and Rome times?
Yes.
Did you know that gay was around in ancient Greece and Rome?
Yes, I knew that the Greeks were gay.
We did not go extinct. So
Yeah,
what is your point?
My point is if everybody was gay. He's talking about the natural. I'm saying if 100% of people were gay. I'm just saying everybody came out of the womb gay, then we would extinct. Humanity would go extinct.
Where is your evidence of everyone coming out of the
Because
womb
a girl can't scissor and have a baby. You can't scissor and make a baby, sweetie pie, honey buns.
Everybody gay.
No, I'm not saying everybody's gay. What I'm saying
That's
is
what you're saying.
I'm saying if a hypothetical, this is a hypothetical.
Okay. We're talking about right now.
I'm saying first of all, we were talking about how whether gay is natural or unnatural. I was just saying that it's unnatural, and I was using the example that if everybody was gay, we wouldn't be able to procreate. We wouldn't be able to have babies. So
okay, what's your definition of natural? What is your definition of natural and definition of unnatural when it comes
to a relationship? A man and a woman would be a natural relationship.
Not a relationship, sex.
Sex, yeah. A man, his penis, a woman's vagina, ejaculation, baby. That's natural.
So your definition of natural has to be in procreation.
Well, I mean, I guess between the guy and girl, I mean, you don't have to have the baby, but that would be a natural.
Okay, so what is your natural?
Two guys going like that is not natural. Or two girls going like that. That's not natural, okay? That's not real. Because you're just masturbating. You're just being a pervert. Being gay, it's hard. It's a social stigma.
You're wearing Nikes with a suit jacket and saying other
Dude, it's funny. Dude, I'm Primetime 99. I'm a pimp on a blimp. I have actually fashion sense. What do you dress like, dude? You got your keys under your belt. You have those shoes. I mean, you look terrible. And it's just like, dude, I'm like the most handsome guy here. I'm a sex symbol, dude, compared to you guys. I am. I'm the hottest guy in America, dude. I'm Primetime 99. And you libtards will never understand it because you guys are too stupid or you're black, and I don't know which one. You know? I mean, half you guys can't even read. Yeah.
I am so sorry to Republicans everywhere that a dumb, ugly cunt like you represent.
Oh, look at you with that nose ring. I mean, look at your ugly. Those glasses are ugly. Your face is ugly. Your skin is bad. Your hair is ashy. Yeah, I mean, come on, dog. Ashy Larry over here.
chimpanzee. You are an overgrown orangutan. You could fucking never.
I would never want to be that, dude. You're gay and weird. I mean, look at you. You're sashaying. I mean, I don't want to be like you, dude.
And you can never, bitch. I'm fucking yes, bitch. I'm fucking sashaying over
Hey,
the
how big's your
closet?
Shadow sucks. Hey.
I like it. Have you ever done drag?
Bitch, I do drag. Absolutely. Absolutely.
You do drag, and you have autism, and you do drag.
Absolutely, baby.
See, that proves my point. Most drag queens and transgender people are autistic.
USA! USA! USA!
Look at these libtards! Libtards! Libtards in the wild! USA!
We love it, baby. We love it. Yeah. Oh my God! Shut up, guys. Come on.
Go home! Go home! Go home! Go home! Go home! Go home!
His mom died of COVID and he just clinched the antiviral.
Yeah, it was definitely the antiviral, not the disease.
You guys are sitting here talking about my dead mom. Like, you guys are.
How are you like
90% of what you were just over there telling somebody else that their parents don't love him, and you're mad that I'm talking about your dead mom?
No, it's fine. I'm just saying you can make fun of my dead mom all you want, but like you think you're some morally superior person.
No, I don't think I'm morally
superior. You're just a sick, sad loser.
No, I don't think I'm morally superior.
And that's why you're white trash.
Yes, I am white trash.
All of my child's friends who are trans.
You have a bunch of trans kids. You like trans kids?
I raised one.
You raised a trans kid? Were they born intersex or were they born a boy or girl?
Both.
Okay, that's not how it works.
This is my son.
100 men or one gorilla, who would win?
Basically, what about the financial responsibilities of having a child?
What do you mean, what about it?
Maybe don't open your legs. It's fucking crazy.
100 men or one gorilla, who would win?
Guys, this is easy. This has been going viral, but some guy actually did a kind of a scientific breakdown. Said like the average gorilla is between 5'6" and 6 feet tall, and between 350 and 450 pounds, which would be big, and they would probably kill 10 humans, but like after 20, people jump on the gorilla. So
I agree. That's a base
I'm
take.
just saying. So I would say after 50, there's no way the gorilla is going to make it past 50 guys.
Yeah, especially if you don't ban weapons. I mean, someone could just like take someone could do a Harambe and
rest in peace.
Rest
Harambe.
in peace.
Gosh, I
R.I.P.
miss
Harambe.
Harambe.
Yeah.
If it was, well, actually, I take that back. If it was 100 versus Harambe or Harambe's son,
Yeah.
If it was Harambe's son with vengeance, retaliation, he might be able to defeat everybody. But other than Harambe's son,
what's your opinion on the Civil Rights Act?
I don't like it. I don't like. I believe in segregation. I used to love having separate water fountains. You know what I mean? I don't want to catch COVID from a Chinese guy. No, they're the ones who gave it to us. So Chinese have their own water fountain. Me have my own water fountain.
My name's Andrew.
Andrew.
How would you define a woman?
How would I define a woman?
Yeah.
A woman has a vagina and ovaries, and a guy has a penis and testicles.
I'm Isaiah.
Isaiah, how you doing? What do you got for me?
What makes you believe in God, like the Christian God specifically?
Well, it's funny you say that. I gotta stop saying that! Sorry. The mathematical equivalence of the Big Bang Theory being possible is the same as a tornado going through a junkyard and building a 737 Boeing airplane on the other end. The idea that everything came from nothing and that two rocks just smashed together and that we evolved from pond scum is, I don't believe that. I think it's impossible. And I think there's minor evolution, like two birds with longer beaks have babies, or baby birds might have longer beaks, but two birds don't have a baby and it becomes an alligator. So evolution to me is fake.
Okay. Couldn't I ask, like, where does God come from? Isn't that valid?
Well, I think that is. It's like, who created God? And then, I have this debate all the time because there's a lot of Christians that do believe in the Big Bang Theory, and there's Christians that believe in evolution, and they say that God, set things in motion for us to evolve. I just disagree, and I think, like, even if you are an atheist or agnostic, I do believe that you would agree that every human being here has a soul. Do you think that?
No, I'm not spiritual.
You don't even think you have a soul?
No.
Really?
Because what would a soul mean in an atheist world, right?
Well, I know, but even if you're an atheist, like, you don't think that, so you think when this is over, it's just over and nothing happens? There's nothing
Pretty
before
sure.
or after?
but I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, but
Maybe.
I feel pretty confident.
Well, you know, that's the other thing. It's like we have a society of young people that have that same atheistic mindset. I don't even know if that's the right word. Atheistic, is that a word? Atheist mindset.
I think so.
And does it ever make you feel hopeless or sad?
No.
It doesn't?
Not really.
So, like, does anything matter? I mean, does anything matter to you?
Not objectively, but personally, yes. There are things that matter to me, but it's not objective in any way.
So you do believe that we evolved from monkeys?
Yeah.
You think you were once a monkey?
I suppose so.
Well, why are monkeys still here? What?
Because they diverged, so there was like the common ancestor, and then man came from this monkeys, like the evolutionary tree. So it's not like we came from monkeys. Humans and monkeys come from a common ancestor.
Do you believe that?
I do believe that.
You believe the fish grew feet and started walking out of the water?
I believe it took billions of years, but I do think it happened, yeah. Well, not
so you're
billions.
telling me just all it takes is time for...
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, it could be a trillion years. I'm
guess
never going to turn into a fish. You know what I mean? That's just...
If there's the right evolutionary pressures, I think I would turn into a fish.
Yeah, you're smoking too much weed.
I think the guys with PhDs know more about what they're talking about.
Oh,
I mean,
really? So if you have a PhD, that means you know everything now?
It means you know, it doesn't mean you know everything, but it means you know a lot about the certain subject you got a PhD in.
Well, there's a lot of people that have PhDs and stuff, and they're idiots. So, I mean, just because you have a PhD...
The vast majority of them do know what they're talking about. If you're not going to trust a person who did 8 years of studying a subject, who are you going to trust? Right?
The person studies for 8 years, that means they know where we came from, they know where the origin of life was.
It's not just like one person came up with this.
Can books and can curriculum be wrong?
Of course it can be wrong.
Yeah.
But I don't see a better theory.
I just can't believe that you're so egotistical. You think that human beings have figured everything out.
Not everything, but I don't see a better alternative, because you seem to think that too when you come in with this God stuff. Right?
Well, I think there's a creator 100%. And I would say that human beings have always thought there was a creator. There's always been atheist human beings, but there's always been spiritual human beings. And I think it's just obvious that you and I, we're not a monkey, we're not a fish, and that it doesn't matter how much time goes by, you're not going to become a whale.
My name's Eric.
Eric, nice to meet you, Eric. What do you got for me?
What's the best way to tune out DEI stuff in the classes I'm required to take?
Well, you're toast, dude. It's hard because they're going to sit there and tell you that, well, you know what's, gotta stop saying that. You know who benefits the most from DEI is white women. So you're kind of toast, really, because they're the ones that are doing a lot of the catalysts that keep it going. So the only way to tune it out is probably to make fun of it. But I don't want you to get in trouble. I'm saying I don't want you to get in trouble with your teacher, but you should be like, this is stupid. You know, like I want a pilot that is the best at flying a plane, not getting hired because they're transgender or the color of their skin. You know
Absolutely.
what I mean? And so I think you just kind of need to. For me, what I did, and I know you're different than me, I try to make fun of things and try to kind of lampoon things. And I think that actually wakes people up by using humor to how ludicrous some of this DEI stuff really is.
Yeah. And it's like I have classes on. It's like, I am paying for this. Why am I here?
And they're making you feel guilty for being a white guy.
Yeah, exactly.
You did say that nothing was off limits. So I'm going to ask you a question from my electrical engineering
great. Okay.
3.36.
Okay.
A liquid level transducer consists of two parallel plates of conductor immersed in an insulating liquid.
Yes.
When the tank is empty, X equals 0, the capacitance of the plate is 200 picofarads.
That's when the tank's empty. It's picofarads when it's empty, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
The relative dielectric constant of the liquid is 25. Determine an expression for the capacitance as a function of height x of the liquid, and the length of the plate is 100 centimeters.
Well, that's easy. That's 243. What did you call it?
There was no 2.3.
What was it? 243. What did you say?
It's 200 picofarads.
Okay, yeah. So it's 200 picofarads times 11.
There's no 11. There's 25.
Times 25.
Yeah.
And then how much available space?
The original length is 100 centimeters.
So divide all that by 74, and you should get the answer. What is it? 209 cubic feet.
It's a function.
209.
So it won't be a real number. It's a function.
Is it?
Yeah. Oh, well, here's the answer in case you wondered.
Let me see what his answer is.
Now I have it circled there.
Oh, it's a formula.
Yeah, it's a function.
Okay, you have had. I'm a fan. I'm friendly, but you have had Blaire White, a trans YouTuber, on your podcast.
I have. Twice.
Yeah, and Blaire looks pretty feminine, I would say. If you saw Blaire on the
Compared
street,
to most trans,
you would probably think that's just a woman with a lot of plastic surgery. What do you refer to Blaire as Blaire's friend and someone who's had Blaire on their podcast?
And I've gotten a lot of trouble for having Blaire on my podcast, and Alex Jones has gotten in trouble as well.
I like Blaire a lot.
Yeah,
so.
no, and this is the thing is, I like Blaire too. And Blaire is a trans person. They are a very passing trans person, though. So I do think that makes a little bit of a difference. Like, I do these debates, and people will say, I'll say, can a trans person go pee in the women's restroom? And usually, like, the scale that they use is how passing they are. So Blaire White going into a woman's locker room would probably pass. You know, they'd say that's a woman. But even though I would call Blaire a woman, I still don't think Blaire should go in the women's locker room.
Right, and Blaire said that they don't go in there.
Yeah, that's what Blaire said too.
But would you criticize a conservative for just referring to Blaire as she? Because for me, it's hard because I see that person, I just think like that's what they register as to me, and that's where things get tricky because I don't want to affirm people, but also let's not just blatantly disregard what we see with our eyes.
It is a tough thing, isn't it? Because you don't want to just like disregard them, like you said. And that's the other thing is like with pronouns, if you're an adult, you know, am I going to use your pronouns? I really don't want to, but in a social setting, sometimes in class or, you know, like in, everyday life, like you're at the grocery store, you might want to appease somebody's gender so you don't start a fight. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's just like the path of less resistance to just appease them. But I agree, it's tough because I don't want to appease them. I don't want to like make them feel like the decision they made was the right decision. But Blaire is a unique case where they are a passing woman. And I call Blaire a girl. I call her she. But I don't think Blaire should go, and I would tell Blaire this, to the women's locker room.
Right, and yeah, I don't think she does. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was all.
Thank you.
If you can't hear me, then that's...
Well, we can't hear you on the mic, and you're not on camera. Come on.
Why would I paint a target on myself?
Because are you scared to be on camera?
Dude.
Yes?
Damn fucking straight I am. Especially in the modern day, it doesn't matter what I say. I can piss someone off. They'll be on my ass like shit on.
Yeah, but you shouldn't live in fear. You shouldn't live in fear.
Paranoia ain't fear.
Paranoia is fear. Being paranoid is being scared.
How many people on one side or the other have been killed because they said something they disagreed with? It doesn't matter which side you're on.
They're saying how many people have died for their beliefs? Millions of people have died for their beliefs.
Why would I make it easy for you?
I'm saying you don't need to be a coward, and just if you have a belief, you should live unapologetically yourself and not worry about appeasing or the opinions of strangers. And if you're going to live in fear that somebody's going to attack you, then I'm sorry to break it to you, you're a pussy, and you don't need to be one. You need to not live in fear. That's one thing I want you to do, is not live in fear.
I have a question.
Yes.
Do you think that 9mm lead gives a fuck about how brave you are?
Okay, I mean, dude, obviously maybe you're mentally ill or something. Yes, anybody can shoot you for anything, but coming here and having a college debate, you're not going to get shot, bud.
Okay, so I guess the first start to my question is, have you ever heard of Yu-Gi-Oh before?
Of course.
Okay, so my favorite deck is the Dinosaur deck.
Okay.
Specifically, so I was wondering, what's your favorite dinosaur?
Of all dinosaurs?
Yes.
The Velociraptor.
Why would that be?
I mean, just from Jurassic Park, and they have, they're kind of like baby T-Rexes in a way, kind of. I mean, the T-Rex is the best one, but.
Interesting. Okay, and so if you're playing Yu-Gi-Oh, how many hand traps should you run in your deck?
This is a hard one. I'm an amateur Yu-Gi-Oh player. I would say 5.
Oh boy. Okay then.
Is that right or wrong?
So typically you want to run about 13 and stuff.
No,
but I'm
a 5 guy.
You could go with 5 if you believe in the dimensional merger, right?
Which I do. I love the dimensional merger.
Yeah, like Chris Chan and stuff. He's great.
You like Chris Chan?
Chris Chan, he's somewhat of a legend, but I wouldn't take after him. He made a mistake. Sonichu is not in the meta right now.
Oh my God, Sonichu, do not even bring that up. The curse of Sonichu? You know about the curse, right?
Oh, no, what's the curse?
You don't know about the curse of Sonichu?
Nope.
How Nick Recato put it on, and then he got arrested, and his daughter tested positive for cocaine.
Really?
Anybody that wears Sonichu medallion, their career plummets.
Dang, that's crazy.
You didn't know that the Sonichu medallion is cursed?
No idea, but
Google it as soon as I'm not kidding.
Really?
Google it if you know Chris Chan. Chris Chan is this transgender person that was famous on the internet, and they were actually kind of one of the first original content creators, I guess. How would you describe Chris Chan?
A pioneer in his field, we'll say.
Yeah, but Chris Chan was trans, would change, and his fans would trick him into taking nude pictures of himself and sending them to him. The guy's, he's autistic, and Chris Chan slept with his mom.
Well, but his mother did say that he gave her more pleasure than what his father could ever do.
Oh, that's disgusting. She didn't say that.
No, yeah, legit, she said that.
No, she didn't. Did she really?
She did.
Is she still alive?
I don't know. I think she was in her 80s, a few years ago.
When he sexually assaulted her?
Yeah, just crazy.
You want to ask a question?
No, I just want to say that a true Christian would love everybody regardless.
I do love everybody.
Then why are trans women dudes?
Because they are dudes.
Get out of here.
Are you a dude? Or were you born a boy? I can't tell. You look like you're trans.
No,
you just look like that? I thought they thought they were trans. I don't know. I still love trans people. I love trans people even more. People like the LGBTQ indoctrination, they want more gay people. That's because gay people, they can't have babies, so they recruit.
What's the indoctrination? I've had more people come to my door talking about Christianity. I've never had a transgender person or anything.
You've never heard about teachers telling children they're born in the wrong body, or having closets in their classroom so that they can change behind their parents' backs?
Where is this happening?
So type it in California, they had to create laws where the teachers are not allowed to hide it from the parents any longer.
What is the law that was passed?
Just type in California, parental guidance, or parental notification for trans kids. Type that in, that should come up.
Parental, sorry?
So type in California, transgender parental notification laws.
Transgender parental notification laws, yes?
It should come up. So this is what's going on is that you have young kids being told by their teachers that they're born in the wrong body. And so that's why more people are identifying as gay or sexually confused, because we have a system in place through our school systems to encourage them to be gay. So that's why we're out here fighting against it.
The California law, known as the Safety Act, prevents school boards from requiring staff members to tell parents when a student asks to use a different name or pronoun.
Yeah, that's disgusting.
How is that the same as the teacher telling you, hey, you are transgender?
We shouldn't make it easier for these kids to transition their sex. And that's
why shouldn't we make it easier? This is my first question.
This is why. Let me answer it.
Sure.
Should a 16-year-old be able to get a tattoo?
Yeah, they really want.
Okay, should a 15-year-old be allowed to drive a car?
15-year-old, no.
Okay. Should a 14-year-old be allowed to drive a car? Why not?
They don't have the capability to do so. Yes. But
and they don't have the capability to cut off their penis. If you don't have the capability to drive a car, you shouldn't have the capability to cut off their breast. So telling a child they're born in the wrong body, there's reasons that we have laws. Why can't you drink? Should you be able to drink alcohol as a 15-year-old?
No.
Okay.
I grew up in Germany. We drank alcohol at 15 as well, or 16 for beer and
do you want to
wine.
make the law here in America 15? You think it's good for 15-year-olds to drink?
Growing up in the German society, it worked out okay.
It did?
Yes, because we learned how to handle our beer and wine.
Yeah. Okay, so
they haven't had a total degradation of society.
So you want kids to drink alcohol, and then you want kids to get tattoos? That's what you want? That's literally what you just said. You just said you're okay with kids drinking alcohol and getting tattoos. Kids should not be drinking alcohol and getting tattoos. This is what we're debating against. Michelle Obama's a boy, probably. Joan Rivers said it.
Ew. Okay.
Do you know what is your personal stance on like abortion, like in cases of rape and incest?
Rape and incest, I think it's okay as long as they do it soon enough. I don't think it should be late term in that sense.
Okay, so.
But in every other instance, I'm against it.
Okay, so besides those cases, like, why would a woman get an abortion?
Why would they?
Yeah.
Well, because they had sex and they had a baby. I mean, that's why.
No. Okay. So basically, what about the financial responsibilities of having a child?
What do you mean? What about it?
Maybe don't open your legs. It's fucking crazy.
Well, you're the one that's trying to have sex without a condom.
Yeah. That's saying you're the one that had sex. You chose to have sex. So.
But the guy chose to. Yeah, it takes two to tango.
And it's funny you say that because there's guys that don't want to have the abortion and girls still do it. So I mean, the guy should have some say too.
They have to pay child support.
But they can't opt out. They can't opt out of child support. But this is the thing: is if you want to go and you want to lay on your back and you want to have a guy blast you and you want to get pregnant, you made it. You made a choice. And sometimes when you make a choice, your actions have consequences.
Okay, but there's cases of failed contraceptives.
Yeah, but you still chose to have sex.
Okay, but you can't choose if the condom fails.
Well, first of all, It's funny that you're too scared to debate. You just run away. You're a chicken.
Okay. Do you actually know like the rates of an abortion? Because
what do you mean the rates of an abortion? Abortion's murder. Abortion's murder.
Abortion is not murder.
Yes, it is.
1 in 4 women have had an abortion.
Say that. What did you?
1 in 4 women have had an abortion.
And that's sad. And that's pathetic.
No, it's not sad. It's good for them.
No, it's
because
not.
They have
not
chosen
for the dead baby. Not for the baby they murdered that they had cut up inside their
baby?
womb. Yeah, the baby
What
that
fucking baby?
The baby that they killed. You guys, I mean, have you had an abortion? Have you had an abortion?
No.
Yeah, because I can tell why. But I'm just saying, these other women, if you have an abortion, you're a murderer. You're a baby killer.
If I have an abortion, okay. So, what if the baby is gonna kill the mom? Would we prosecute the baby?
I don't have to deal with these retarded hypothetical things of a baby's trying to kill a mom. Like, that doesn't even make sense. I'm saying you're killing a baby. The baby has a heartbeat. The baby has fingers. The baby has a soul, and you're murdering that, and that's wrong, and it'll always be wrong. And we used to live in a society where if somebody did get an abortion,
we used to live in a society.
They would be ashamed of it. But now we have people like you that are proud of abortions because you're probably fatherless. You probably don't have any parents in your life. You're probably come from a broken home. I can tell that you have issues with food. You probably have issues with you have issues with
Are you just like an actual horrible person? I think yes.
I can just tell that you're a baby killer, and then I can just tell you're probably depressed. You probably have anxiety. I mean, I can't tell if you're a boy or girl the way you dress, or you don't have any feminine traits. Like,
are you fucking kidding me? And that's my choice.
Harass? She's out here talking about how she wants to kill babies. Yeah, I'm gonna.
I never said that.
You said that you like abortion.
Yeah, because it's a good thing.
How is that a good thing? You're sick. You're sick. You need to go see a doctor.
Because it can help people
What about the baby? Is it help
the baby? What about the baby? What fucking baby?
You literally said, oh, what about the financial responsibilities?
Yeah.
Would you rather be poor or dead?
I'd rather be fucking poor.
Exactly, and so would that baby. So just because you're poor, you still should have the baby and not kill it. Did any of y'all marry your brother like Ilhan Omar did? You know Ilhan Omar married her brother? Are y'all from Somalia?
Can you sit the fuck down?
Ilhan Omar married her brother. Yes.
I'm an individual with autism, and based on RFK's previous statements, people with autism aren't, they can't pay taxes, they can't play baseball, yada, yada, yada. And this is kind of just a funny question. Am I now exempt from taxes since I in theory...
If you are autistic, you probably shouldn't have to pay.
Alrighty.
There you go. I agree. If you're mentally challenged or something like that, yeah, I think you should get help. I mean, maybe a little bit. I was dropped on my head, but yes, I think if you are autistic, yeah, you should be exempt from paying taxes. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. Good to know. And I will not do them.
Okay, good.
I was just asking this fine gentleman here.
Yes.
If I could come and have a tent right next to you.
For sure.
Would that be okay?
Well, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I guess.
Well, it would be a rainbow tent.
That's fine.
And it would also be with all of my child's friends who are trans.
You have a bunch of trans kids. You like trans kids?
I raised one.
You raised a trans kid?
I raised a child who decided to follow their true heart and be who they are.
Their true heart?
Yes.
Okay, what about their other organs, like their genitals? That's they don't want to go by their true genitals?
Well, there are multiple ways that you can look at gender.
Okay, but no, there's only one way of looking at a biological sex, though. XX chromosome and XY chromosome. Do you understand science?
I'm a RN.
Oh, you are?
Yes.
So you do. So you do understand.
So
science.
I do.
So do you understand biological sex?
So have you gone through any training on all of the different ways that X and Y are put together, and that there are many different dynamics to that there are some people who are born with both sets of genitalia?
There's intersex people born, yes.
Yes, you know them. You know any?
I do know an intersex person. Yeah, I know.
Okay.
I know somebody's born with genitals. Were born without the proper genitalia, but in their instance, they affirm their gender at a very young age. Which that is a medical application if you're born with a genital mutation. Listen.
So my child.
Your
would
child
be
wasn't
okay.
born with a genital.
Yes.
Were they born intersex or were they born a boy or girl?
Both.
Okay, that's not how it works. So when you're born intersex, you have genital.
This is my son.
That's your son?
Yep. No. This is my son.
So at what time? When did you start your transition?
I want to say when I was really little, because I knew very young I was a boy.
You knew you were a boy?
Yep.
Even though you had a vagina, you knew you were a boy?
Yep.
Yeah, well, I'm sorry, you'll never be a boy. That's just...
Look, you'll never be a man.
I am a man. I am a man. I'm just saying, you just can't. It's like you're never going to be able to impregnate a woman. You know, it's just...
Why would I want
to? You can't make a baby like that.
Yes.
Why would I want to? I don't want a kid.
Who wants a child in this environment when there are people like you?
Your guys' abuse.
Oh, really? Oh, I'm abusing you. Please put your mask on. I don't want to get COVID. I don't want to get COVID.
You know what? He's
No, I'll have a
people who are
conversation.
trans, but also people who are autistic. Also
Yeah, and why we shouldn't let autistic people, and you're probably autistic, and we shouldn't let autistic people transition their sex because they're autistic, they're retarded, and a retarded person cannot pick their gender. Do you understand that? Yeah,
2025, and this man uses the R word?
Yeah, retarded. Yeah, you know, you can. Other stuff can be retarded. Growth can be retarded. It's a word. Yeah, something can be retarded. Believe it or not. Yeah. And honestly, that's the thing is, you probably have an.
Did you invite this gentleman?
You have an autistic daughter, and it's sick.
Why did you say I was autistic?
Are you autistic?
No.
I doubt that. But listen, I just think it's sick. Parents like you letting their kids and telling your kids
that how many children you have children?
How many children do you have?
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Oh, so you can't admit it.
How many?
I don't have any kids. But I don't need to have kids to know that you're a freak and that you're a bad mom.
How many children did your parents have?
One.
They stopped when they should have.
Good.
Yeah, and you should have stopped too. Luckily, you're not going to have any kids. Luckily, you can't procreate. Thank God.
Okay, we're done here.
I know.
But you know,
you guys are sick. You wouldn't tell an anorexic person to continue to not eat, would you? If an anorexic woman, when you're a nurse, would you tell them, a person that had a mental illness, would you tell them to continue not to eat? Or would you tell a bulimic person to continue to throw up?
No.
Okay, so why would you tell a person with gender dysphoria they were born in the wrong body? It's a mental health issue. You don't solve it by cutting off your breasts. Sorry.
It's not.
Just think about that.
What about all the people with breast cancer?
Okay, well, if you have breast cancer, that's not a transition. You're not transitioning. You're not cutting off your breast to save your life, not to become a boy. And I'm sorry to break it to you.
What about all the people who do cut off their breasts because they think they have breast cancer?
In an application of breast cancer, it is okay to get a mastectomy, but for you to get a mastectomy to think you're a guy, look at your body shape. Your hips are like a woman. You're never going to be a guy. Your knees, you cannot physically lift as much as a guy. That's why the requirements for a woman to join the police force or the fire department is less. You do not fit the normal requirements of a male.
We're not wanting to be bodybuilders or policemen.
I'm just saying you couldn't do it. You're not a boy.
Yes,
I know.
I am happier than I have been in years. and I will be happier.
Did you cry?
than you have
Did you
ever
cry when they
been
cut off
in
your
life.
breasts?
Not at
No.
all.
You didn't even cry?
We had a party.
I had a blast. Recovery was awesome. Nothing bad went wrong. There was a chance that it went wrong and it didn't. There's always a chance that people will detransition, and there's always a chance that people are going to lean into more conservative beliefs. However, there's also a chance that people are going to learn that they are happier because they do things that they like. You are happy doing this, and that's completely fine.
Yeah, that is fine. And you know, honestly, you're an adult. But this is the problem for me when it comes to the trans stuff. Do you go and change in the guys' locker room?
No.
Why not?
Because I don't change anywhere. I get changed at home where I am.
Would you go in the guys' bathroom?
No.
Yes, occasionally.
We try to find family bathrooms.
So
I do occasionally go into the guys' restroom, but it's not a preferred thing because it's not really well kept.
Yeah, but see, that's the thing is we don't want a guy to just put on a dress and be able to go in the locker room with my girlfriend. That's what I don't want, you know? And that happens.
If
That
guys
does
can-
happen. Are you going to act that naive and act like
If
that
guys
doesn't
can
happen?
sexually assault people whenever, on the street, anywhere they like, why
Yeah,
would
but-
they need to go through all the transition just to be able to do that?
Because they would
that
get
can already
arrested.
do?
They would get arrested in that instance. But if they just put on a dress and say I'm a girl, then they can walk
They're
into the
getting
locker room.
arrested anyway.
No,
because
they're
of the
not.
bathroom
There's
laws.
definitely guys at Planet Fitness that have been caught, or
because of the
guys,
bathroom
girls,
laws.
whatever you call it, going into the bathroom of a girl's locker room. And,
And they're getting arrested because people think that they are a guy, or because people think that a cis woman is a guy. This has happened in the 1970s.
You realize do you realize how out of whack we are? Like, you're saying that you're a guy, and I hate to break it to you, you do not have a penis. That's what
I could
makes
get
you-
one.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can.
They can
It's
cut
called
you
fat
up. They can
plastic.
slice you down up there, and they can add.
There's also
they can add skin from your
metoidoplasty.
arm, but that's not going to be a penis. I hate to break
You're
it to
only
you.
talking about phalloplasty. There is also metoidoplasty.
I'm telling you, your sexual satisfaction will go way down. You will not be able to have any sort of sexual pleasure.
That's why I'm not getting phalloplasty. That's why
That's what I'm saying. Good. Do not let them cut your genitals at all. You'll lose all sexual satisfaction after.
Actually, I did not lose any sensation in my chest after surgery. They even gave me an injection that they told me this may lower your sensitivity, but that was because of the surgery, because they didn't want to accidentally wake me up during surgery. I have gotten all of my sensation back in my chest even after that injection. And that's a very low chance of that happening.
Where's your dad?
Oh, my dad works at Access Clinicals.
And he's okay with this?
Yes.
Grandma, grandpa,
No.
Yes.
They're North Dakota. They're okay with it?
Yep. Not all North Dakotans are assholes.
It's not being an asshole. Really.
Not all North Dakotans
really and truly,
are
I hate to break it to you,
exclusionary
but
bigots.
you're kind of the asshole for doing this and putting your family, you know.
Putting my family through it. They paid for it willingly.
I know, it shows your
I
mom.
could
Your
have
mom's
paid
probably
for
sicker
this.
than you. Your mom's probably sicker
I
than
could
you.
have paid for this all myself.
You had
They
a
could have
beautiful
kicked me
daughter.
out of the
Think
house.
about it. You had a beautiful daughter, and you ruined your beautiful daughter.
What?
You had a beautiful daughter. Yeah.
I have beautiful
That looks
children.
just like you. I know. You guys could have been. You guys could
I
literally
look
be
more
twins.
like my dad than my mom.
Completely.
You
like
guys look
Dad.
a lot alike. I'm sorry
My
to break
older
it to you.
brother looks
I'm,
more like my
I'm
mom
sorry to
than
break
I
it to you guys. Y'all look alike, okay?
Yeah,
You
it's
could have had
'cause
a
we're
beautiful
family.
daughter. You could have had a spitting image of you. She could have been in a marriage, could have had kids, could have made you a beautiful grandmother, and none of that's going to happen. And instead, you laugh about cutting off your child's breast.
No,
Yeah.
it wasn't.
Because they have
it
a
was
mental
a celebration.
You guys are more than welcome to come tonight.
Okay, we might be here.
Bring the whole Rainbow Coalition.
I might.
Bring every gay person in North Dakota here, and trans. Are you gay?
The room would be
Wait,
overflowing.
wait, wait. Are you gay? Are you into?
You don't need to know
Are you
my
into guys or girls?
sexuality. No. You don't need to know our sexuality.
Yeah, because it's too confusing. You don't even know your own sexuality.
I'm serious.
So you like?
Women.
Okay. Wait. So you have a vagina and you like women. So that makes you a gay lesbian. I'm sorry.
No,
That's what you.
it makes me a straight man. I am attracted to women in the same way you are attracted to women. Have a good day.
So you're a lesbian. You're not a boy. Guys, this is what we do. This is what we deal with on these campuses. We have parents that actually want their kid to transition. It's just sad. Ladies and gentlemen, I know what you're seeing is a little different than usual. Today, you're not getting the world's greatest debater, Charlie Kirt. Instead, you're getting the world's greatest libtard debater, Dynasty. I play video games every single day, and Minecraft has taught me how to freaking eat these conservatives for freaking breakfast. So let's get it on. I'm about to change and in bed with these freaks, Project Veritas style. Tap in, baby. Dynasty's about to make it
brain pain. In order to embed covertly with these freaks, I brought on my freaking bodyguard. That's right, Danny Saint. Danny, give me the outfit change. So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put on these clothes. Hold this real quick. We gotta kind of block me, man. It's hard to put on these damn shirts. All right. Every libtard looks the same. Blue hairspray. Dynasty's coming for your ass. Better watch out. Be incognito. They'll have no idea. They'll never see this coming, folks. This is how you truly blend in. You see this? Looks like this has been opened before. That's not good. This still, that's fine. You see, this is a high-class vape. Oh, that's disgusting. Yo, this is Dynasty's campus now. That's right. Dynasty is here on campus. I'm here to expose these libtards. Oh, wait. I am a libtard. Do I look libtarded? Free Palestine. That's right. We love transgenders. Free gender reassignment surgery. That's right. I love Kamala. Kamala Harris is the most talented woman I know. She's so great. I wish she was president. You see this campus? These are my people. I stand with you.
Especially if they're racialized minorities or anyone who does not look like a cisgender, heterosexual white
I stand
woman.
here with you.
For example,
I stand here with you. I stand with the trans. Do not silence me. I stand with you. I believe that children should have gender reassignment surgery. I'm Free Palestine. I'm here for Palestine. I'm here to participate. But wait, why can't I participate in this?
Because you're disrupting a schedule.
I'm just sitting here talking. How am I just? I know. What am I doing? I'm sitting here talking. So you're telling me they can speak, but I can't speak?
That's right, because they've scheduled and reserved.
Okay, but I know, but this is a public space. I'm allowed to talk too.
Kind of crazy, guys. They got a convention of divorced men who don't talk to their children coming out to the YDSA rally. That's fucking insane, right, guys? The failed comedian to conservative commentator pipeline is actually hilarious, guys. Let's just take a moment to laugh.
I'm Dynasty. I don't know who you're talking about. I don't know who you're talking about. Do you want to say anything?
Our courage will free us.
Bigots and haters.
Courage will free us.
I agree with you. I stand with you.
Our students on our own campus. Some losers.
Dude, I'm on your side. I don't know why you're so mad. Save! I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just trying to hang out with you guys. Think I'll be more incognito this way?
Toilet paper USA!
Toilet paper USA!
Trans people are here to stay!
Trans people are here to stay!
Sexist, racist, anti-gay!
Sexist, racist, anti-gay!
Alex Stein, go away!
Alex Stein, go away!
I'm not Alex Stein. I'm Dynasty. All right, folks, they called the cops on me. The president kicked me out. Even though I'm libtarded, I guess I'm not libtarded enough for these fools. They won't let me hang out at the pro-Palestine transgender rally. So, yeah, we're just gonna go walk around and try to indoctrinate some more people all about why it's okay for children to get gender reassignment surgery. This is one of the victims of Liam Tim Tam Win right here. Tell him what happened.
Well, I got this guy just came out with a bike lock, hit Paige in the head, broke 2 of her phones, and tried to hit Cooper, the guy who was recording, just hit me in the left wrist, and then ran away. He was at SSB. He was just in one of the buildings chilling when the cop arrested him.
Well, I'm on Liam Tam's Win side. I wish he would have been knocked out. I love trans violence. I stand with trans people. We're gonna go here. We're actually trying to get money to bond Liam Tam out of jail.
Really?
So do you want to support their bond fund?
Let's do it.
Hey, I don't know if you heard Liam Tam Win got arrested. We're trying to raise money to get him out of jail. Hey, we're trying to raise bail money for Liam Tam Win. Are you interested in supporting them?
Why are you guys raising money?
They accidentally hit another student with a bike lock.
Oh, I see.
We're trying to get this student out of jail. Do you want to donate to their bail bond fund?
I don't know.
Do you vape?
No, I
You don't vape?
Nope, sorry.
Tam, we stand with Liam Tam. We stand with Liam Tam. Liberation.
No border, no nation.
Trans liberation. We're here to support Liam Tam. We want Liam Tam. Liam Tam.
No peace.
We're here to support Liam Tam. Liam Tam. We want to support.
No peace.
No peace, no peace, no peace, no peace.
We're just here on our own campus together. Why is that?
We love it.
Dogs of a trans woman, y'all.
We love you guys. We love trans people. We love trans. I love you. I don't care that you're trans. I'm on your side. Do you want to get Liam Tam out of jail? We want to get Liam Tam out of jail. 7, 8. On this campus, there's no room for hate. I love being libtarded. Being libtarded is fun. Trans liberation, no borders, no nations. Trans liberation, no borders, no nations. Trans liberation, no borders, no nation. Trans. Guys, we're trying to get out this. Liam Tam, do you guys want to donate? We're trying to get them out of jail.
Misogynist, he calls women whores.
We're trying to get this person out of jail. Do you want to donate? We're here. We're here to donate money. Do you guys want to help Liam Tam get out of jail?
What's up?
This is a transgender that got arrested on campus. Do you want to support them?
Engage with him. He's going to put you on Twitter.
You don't want to? $5? No. The trans liberation is what we're here for. Free Palestine. Free Palestine. Trans liberation. Free Palestine, free Palestine, Palestine. I love being libtarded. Are your parents proud of you?
Very.
They are. You couldn't have gotten to a better school than this one, though.
I got full ride.
Anybody go here? Anybody can get in here, though. UTD is not a very good school.
Yeah, where'd you go?
I went to LSU. I graduated from LSU.
Where?
LSU. It's a much better, much higher ranked school than
LSU? What's LSU?
Louisiana State University. We're a real university. Yeah, this is a community college. You go to community college.
I go to community college?
Yeah, this is basically a community college. You know this.
Fastest guy. Can you stop stepping on me?
Can
you stop assaulting me, sir?
To ask you, we can't interfere with their protests. So
I'm literally walking, Kim.
I know.
Kim, this is ridiculous. No, this is a public place. I know. I'm allowed to walk. And these guys are the ones hitting me with flags. These are the ones that are antagonizing me. I'm just trying to walk and cover this. They're doing a protest for what? For attention. So when I give them attention, I'm not the bad guy. When they're walking around with megaphones, and I know you're a smart educator, are they doing this so people? Okay. Are they doing this for attention? Or are they doing this to be incognito? No, you answer that.
I'm not
are
going
they?
to argue with you.
Well, I am going to argue
The
because
other
I don't
thing is-
understand.
Okay, one more thing. This is a reserved area. This
is a reserved area.
Yeah.
This is reserved. You got to give me a break. You got to give me a break.
And this is a part of an organization that has this area reserved.
Oh, this whole area on this public campus is reserved.
To walk past
Okay, well, let me go see you do that. I'll walk with you to ask them, and then I'll do too. If you do it to them.
You all know the areas you can be in.
No, I don't know because it's a public university. I'm allowed to be everywhere. I'm allowed. So you're telling me, no, real quick, I want to get this on camera for legal reasons. It's a public university. You're telling me that I'm not allowed to be here?
The area that's reserved by the organization goes all the way down to where our chess plaza is. I'm happy to show you where that is. Or you can go back to the area where you were. You're more than welcome to do that.
So I'm not allowed to walk in this corridor. I'm not even tabling. I'm not even tabling, Kim.
It's a reserved area for their event.
I hope it is. I hope it is. Because we are going to file a lawsuit against you, Kim. It's just so ridiculous. You don't understand the First Amendment. I have the same First Amendment right that they do. UT, is that a good school? Is this a highly ranked school? Is this a high ranked school? No, this is a community college. And this is what these administrators, they're trying to mess with us. This guy's a glorified babysitter for potheads, and he's over here. I'm not even allowed to walk around. You're so smart. Do you respect the First Amendment, Raphael? Are you a legal immigrant, Raphael? Are you?
That's insulting.
Get out of his face.
Oh, I'm not allowed to ask that? Are you illegal? Do you have a green card?
You all need to get out of the reserved area.
Okay.
Like I said, you're welcome
we'll get
to
her.
go down there.
All right, Raphael, should we call ICE?
Okay,
Should we call?
which way do
We're gonna go this way. We're gonna go this way. Do you guys have any comment though about the transgender that attacked a student?
Happy to show you the area.
Yeah. Okay. Here. Yeah. But yeah, Kim, please. But do you have any opinion on transgenders attacking students, attacking my employee?
I'm just here to show you
that
the
normal?
area.
So all this area. Hey guys.
There's no.
We're here. We're trying to raise money. You see, this Lian Tan Nguyen got accidentally arrested. We want to get him out of jail.
We're definitely fine. No thanks.
Well, I'm on your side. I'm a communist as well. I believe in free everything.
Free everything.
Free most stuff.
Great.
I mean, look, the corporations are killing us. You know that's a multinational corporation.
Well, yeah, let me ask you a question. Do you support the Republicans or the Democrats?
Neither.
Neither. Oh, so then
Neither.
Maybe we'll find
there
how
you
you
go.
feel about Luigi Mangione.
Dude, he needs to be free, and I'm ready for his OnlyFans to drop. I'm going to be the first one that signs up. Have you heard about those leaks?
No.
No, I got some AI pictures of Luigi Mangione, though, if you're into that.
That's wonderful.
But we are...
I mean, look, we can have like a real conversation if you want, but we're out here doing stuff, so I'm really not interested in.
Let's have a real conversation.
Okay.
I'm not even hating. You know, all these people, they don't want to talk, they go on campus, but I really respect that you actually sat at this booth. It seems like you do want to have a conversation. So I honestly want to have like a, good faith conversation.
Yeah, I mean, I can talk about it. It seems like, most Americans, right, don't support the Republicans or the Democrats.
I would agree with that.
And yeah, so we're asking the question, why is that, right? Is it just because they're all jerks? They're all random political assholes? And, we believe that it's not for any like moral reasons. It's because they represent the interests of the billionaires, right, and the bankers.
I agree.
Yeah, and so, how do we fight back against that, right? Are these little like isolated protests or, individual acts of violence, things like that, is that going to fundamentally change the system that we live in? We think absolutely not, right? What we need is an organized response. We need to unite the working class across all, barriers, all divisions, and have a collective response against these things, right? But fundamentally, what we want to do is transform the system, right? Take power away from the Jeff Bezoses and the Elon Musks who,
I agree. Well, less than 1% has 99% of the wealth. I do agree. But how do we fix that? The wealth redistribution, how do we honestly fix that?
Yeah, so, if you look at the motor force of history, right, like feudalism turning into capitalism, these social systems don't just transform magically, right? It's not by piecemeal kind of reforms. The motor force of history is revolution.
Yeah.
And, a revolution isn't going to happen because there's a couple communists here going, oh, yes, we need a revolution. It happens from objective conditions of the working class being on the decline, right? For the last 50 years, working class living standards have been constantly declining. So,
Well, I have a question. How much responsibility do multinational corporations bear for using slave labor in countries like China and then doing business in America? Like, aren't they going to constantly exploit workers like that, though? I mean, even if we have a fixed system here, aren't companies still going to aren't they going to still go to those countries where they can get the cheap labor and stuff?
You're absolutely right. And, that's why we can't have socialism in just one country, right? The working class has no country. Everyone would feel these rising standards of living, with the exception of a tiny minority of these super rich people who right now are running society straight into the ground, right?
I agree. Bezos, suck it. That's how you get free shoes. Free shoes hack. Go to Amazon. There's a 30-day return policy. You actually don't have to return it technically within the 30 days as long as you just notify that you do want to return it, but I wouldn't hold it too long because then they may take away the return. But you can wear them and return them. That's how we beat them.
I will suck it, Bezos.
Suck it. Can we get a suck it, Bezos? Suck it.
Suck it.
Yeah! Ladies and gentlemen, we had a crazy day on campus here at UTD. And you know what? If I really play it all back in my head, I mean, the transgenders were insane. The Palestinians were absolutely crazy. Out of all of these people, out of all the libtards in the wild, I would have to say that the communists seem the most reasonable. And the future of this country will be solely placed on my back to defeat conservatives and idiots in public debates so that I can spread the message of Karl Marx. God bless the USSR.
Your mask is falling down. I don't want to get corona.
Are y'all transgender? Are you guys biological females? It's hard to tell.
Because usually it's just
Get the O off of our campus!
Get the O off of our campus!
It is right to rebel!
It is right to rebel!
All right, go to hell!
All right, go to hell!
to multiple members of Congress trying to grab their tits. He is responsible for helping various members of the Proud Boys, even the founder, get onto college campuses. And the UTSA administration has done nothing to stop him to this point. Shame! Shame! TPUSA, the organization on our campus, runs a docs list of university professors. Shame! Shame!
Look at this.
Oh, hi, it's the man of the hour. Go fuck yourself.
Well, what's wrong, guys? You guys want to come to the event? What's up with that? Yeah, what's with the mask?
Yeah, y'all run docs lists, so we just really didn't want to get docs. We usually don't wear masks to protest, but it's because of y'all.
Well, you guys are obviously scared. You guys are welcome to come to the event. I mean, I don't know why you guys hate me. Why do you not like me?
We just said you're a fucking douchebag. Nobody likes you.
And what are you, dude? What are you?
What do you mean? What am I?
You don't think you're a douche coming here with a mask on, yelling and screaming like a little girl? You guys are LARPing. You guys are lying.
Get these fascists off of our campus!
Get these fascists off of our campus!
It is right to rebel!
It is right to rebel!
Alex Stein, go to hell!
Alex Stein, go to hell!
You guys can't even shut it down, but at least y'all believe in heaven and hell, so you guys believe in God?
No.
No,
So
whatever
you guys are all
bastardized
atheists?
version you do.
But then why do you yell about hell? You want me to go to hell, but you don't even think it exists?
They're not music majors.
I know, so think about that. You guys want me to go to hell, but you don't even think it exists?
Excuse me.
You just admitted
Talk to them for a moment. Hello, everybody. You all are welcome to be here.
What's up, Trader?
We also need to have safety.
What safety? These guys dox us.
Nobody
Well,
does you guys.
if they did do that, I will ask you all to step away from the hallway area now so that we can ensure egress, so that we can have folks be able to come in and out. This is not the only group here. We have other folks in other meetings. So it's not like you say that.
What is communism?
What is communism? I know it's not good.
Tell me what it is. I'm a college student who doesn't want to be a socialist, so tell me what socialism is.
Well, I mean,
Why is it bad?
Because it takes money out of people's mouths and pockets. They don't need
but
to.
what? How does it do it? What is it?
What do you mean? You know what
No, I'm asking you what it is. You say
No,
it's
he's
not.
trying
What
to
is
play.
it?
He's trying to play
What is
cute.
it?
He knows. Just go look at the healthcare in Canada. See how bad it is.
So Canada's a socialist nation?
Yeah, Canada. There's socialized healthcare and it's
Socialized healthcare is socialism.
Okay, come. We'll debate it.
Socialism is when the government does stuff, and when the government does a whole lot of stuff,
Come to the
it's
event.
communism.
Come to the event. We'll talk
No,
about
I just want you to tell me right
We'll,
now.
we'll answer it in
What's
there.
socialism?
Wait, don't leave!
What's
Guys, why can't we be friends? Don't leave. Y'all can come to the event. Why not?
I'd really rather not.
Well, what do you guys want to do then? You just want to yell outside here?
What we want is equality, justice, for there not to be hate on campus.
Yeah, I don't hate you guys. I don't hate any of y'all.
Yeah, no, he loves money. That's why he's here.
No, and I actually respect
No,
your
he
right to
doesn't hate
protest.
anybody. He just funds all the hate groups.
Yeah, no, we absolutely.
Guys, I'm
love
on
that
your
you invited
side.
The Proud Boys founder on stage. That was really cool. And,
Well,
you know, I
Gavin's
really
a friend of
respected
mine.
you for just being an open.
Of course, he's a
terrorist.
friend of yours.
He's a friend of
You're a
mine.
fucking pussy.
Yeah, I don't want to call me a pussy. I'm out here trying to talk with y'all, have some civil discourse about why you guys are here, why you hate me.
So why are you friends with
There's
the
no
Proud Boys?
civil discourse while people are.
Well, I
There's
mean,
no
Gavin's
civil
a big,
discourse.
big
Well,
time
you
guy.
come
He's
over.
started
There's no
advice,
civil
so
discourse.
he's
Well,
kind of like my
civil discourse
mentor.
gets
He's a very
$10
smart guy.
You do realize we're not Democrats, right? You fucking dumbass.
Fucking my favorite Democrats, the ones who hold the hammer and sickle, right?
Right?
Fucking,
Dude, the Democrats are fucking traitors too.
Hey, I just want to say
fuck the church, fuck the state. You can't make us procreate.
Look at this. I can't. Are y'all transgender? Are you guys biological females? It's hard to tell. This is the best part of the event. We should tell the crowd to come out here. Why don't you guys come inside? How many women have you sexually harassed? I think AOC is just the only one, but maybe your mom.
Show me what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like.
This is what democracy looks like. I don't think this is democracy.
There is only one solution. There is only one solution. Intifada revolution.
You guys have to have a better vocabulary than this.
Fuck you, fascists.
This is awesome.
Someone didn't come homecoming team, but they wanted to.
Fuck you, fascists. Fuck you.
Sorry to get you art school.
Fuck you, fascists.
There's nothing behind those eyes.
Nazis are not welcome here.
Nazis are not welcome here.
I used to work at the White House. I would watch your ass all the time. Yeah! Fuck, bro. I love that.
Say it loud and say it clear.
Nazis are not welcome here.
Nazis are not welcome here.
I had to leave. They're kicking me off.
I love Mills.
He doesn't love you, bro. He doesn't fucking love you.
Guys, it's your body.
It's my choice now, though. Y'all, yeah. No more abortions. No more abortions.
They will dox us one-on-one, brother.
Nobody's gonna dox you. Nobody's gonna dox y'all. Nobody's gonna dox y'all. Nobody wants to dox y'all. Everybody can see who you guys are. Why? Why?
You gotta go fuck yourself. You're filming like a 5-3-year-old. Look at you. Look at you.
But why are you mad at me?
Nothing
You don't
here.
even know anything
You're
about
right.
me.
You're not making a fucking difference here. You're just recording people. Like, what are you
Well, because I see your reaction because you guys are acting unhinged. You guys are acting. Well, we are, but you guys are out here acting insane. We have to cover this. Come on, guys. I'm pro LGBTQ. I'm a Dallas Cowboys fan. What Muslim person have I ever assaulted? What is you talking? Yeah, pull up a video of me assaulting a Muslim person. It does not exist. These people, they don't even know. They just have this thought in their head. It's something that didn't even happen. You want to grab my ass? Okay, listen. This guy's a little gay. That's okay. Look at that! Trump won, baby! This is why Donald Trump won. This is the guy that's yelling. Ah! He's yelling. Ah! There's a college speaker on campus. Fuck you, fascist. Your mask is falling down. Fuck you, fascist. I don't want to get corona. Fuck you, fascist. Cover your mouth. Fuck you, fascist. Fuck you, fascist. Fuck you, fascist. They tried to shut it down. They could not shut it down. Not the pimp on a blimp. They can't shut it down. They tried and they failed. They're scared. They're soy boys. Look at this person right here. So, you guys sound so smart. Alright, we're going to go have a good event. We're going to go have fun. I wish you guys could be there. I'm a pimp on a blimp. Don't hate the player, hate the game. We're going to go and we're going to have a great event. I hope you guys hang out. I'll be out here. Well, yeah, I know. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I wish we could come to some sort of agreement, but well, I will leave once we're done with this speech. What about gays for Palestine? Are you Palestinian? You know how they treat gay people in Palestine, right? You know how they treat gay people in Palestine, right? They have pride parades. They don't have pride parades. They don't have pride parades in Palestine, sweetheart. Yeah, they have pride parades here, but not in Palestine, the country that you're trying to defend. Yeah. What? Thank y'all so much for being here, especially this guy. This guy's cool. Green Day. Green Day. Green Day. We're gonna go have a great event right now. These soy boys, they can't stop Primetime 99. I'm a pimp on a blimp. I'm unstoppable. I'm unstoppable. Pimp on a blimp. All right, let's go have a good show. Look at all these students. Let's go.
I'm so fly, I'm aligned with the planes. My grind so refined, I got no time for no games. Ask yourself